champions of podcasting.
PMP gang, we back up in the building. Gang. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP Jimmy show. VIP of World War Z, we let it rank. Can't forget the pause, man. It's the PMP gang. World famous with the intros and AKAs. Talk about what we want, F what they say. Worst champions of podcast, we don't play. Nope, it's Coach Jim and Randy, Johnson and Johnson. Dope conversation and the realest content. Up in the clouds, we be higher than a comet. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Cause life's a mystery, we trying to figure out with the Bozo of the day. Can't forget the in and outs. Trying to lift our people up, that's what it's all about. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show.
Greatest shit ever.
Yo, it's the mother-loving PMP show.
And we are back, America.
And God bless America and nowhere else. Nowhere. Yo, you might as well put the big screen up. Put the three of us up.
I'm going to.
I want everybody to address.
You should probably look at that.
Yes. I'm looking at the TV screen, not paying attention.
Looking at the monitor in the background.
But we are back,
ladies and gentlemen.
Just zoom on out with the little
arrow play.
Shout out to Pause Man as usual. We're going to get this out the way early, giving us that crystal clear clarity. Bozos.
Don't you
I get
play around.
so frustrated. So angry.
Every time.
So angry that you haven't hired this man to do your weddings,
Cartoons.
quinceañeras, all this stuff.
Quinceañera.
Is this your way of saying I don't get no business?
Not from the people that watch the show. That should be hiring.
We ain't getting no love.
Nah, we mean from
Hire
Paramount.
this man. You need work.
Yes.
Shit, Adult Swim is no longer Cartoon Network. I heard is done. Is that a fact?
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. I mean, that's what somebody told me. I want to fact check
bread,
that.
huh?
But I ain't watched a cartoon in a minute anyway,
It's
so
been
I
a
don't
minute.
know.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
But look, we back.
Yeah, we're back. Another Monday in the books, y'all.
And fortunately, we still black.
Fortunately. Very
yeah.
fortunate.
Very fortunate.
I thought you said unfortunate.
Nah, I said fortunate.
It confused me.
I
was like, wait a minute.
Hey, unfortunately, we're still black people.
I mean, in a way.
Another day and we're still
Here we go.
black.
Here we go.
Bring it on, Jimmy. In a way. You must deal with the struggle on a day-to-day basis. That's what my brother Jimmy is saying.
Black is whack.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing. But
yeah. Did I go?
I went
you
first
went
last
week. Yeah, you definitely did.
Buckle
So, it's your mother schmucking boy.
Wind it up.
One half of the world Schmag Team Schmampions, Randy,
Coach Jim,
Johnson,
and
Johnson.
Pause. I don't want to add another Johnson to that, so we're gonna leave that. Johnson. But also, fresh out the shower,
Yes.
I am funky.
Definitely fresh, y'all.
And what was?
Oh,
Smooth.
Oh, okay.
Funky, fresh, and
and
smooth.
smooth. Boy. So we gotta hit the B-boy stance on him.
Because it's still impenetrable, even though we added schmooth to it. It's still funky and fresh
And smooth.
I like that. Dirty. Yo, shout out to Timu. I got a notice. Adidas suits are no longer coming.
Yeah, all right, we can forget about them.
We can forget
Them
about
Adidas
that.
suits cost $79,000 now. Coming from Timu.
Now your name though.
Definitely got to go with my name, and I'm a stick to tradition.
Okay.
I was a duke. I was a sultan. So now I'm Pause, man, you threw me off. You can't go.
I'm curious.
Because I was stalling.
I know.
Yeah. So now, shout out to my brothers over there in Baryshnikov, Russia.
Damn.
I am a
Over there.
Emperor?
No.
emperor.
Oh, come on. Pause, man.
He saved me. Pause, man, saved me. So I am Emperor Baryshnikov. That is my AKA
World
today.
War Z.
Yes.
Okay,
Shout out to Putin in there, but no shout out at the same
I'm going
time.
to ask you about
No
5
shout
minutes.
out.
You're going to forget that.
I definitely don't forget
all
that.
right.
The Emperor.
All this shit is on the fly, y'all.
All right, so
Stall
I was
if you
stalling
will.
too.
Oh, yeah, stall if you will.
It's been a long day, but it's your boy Jimmy VIP, a.k.a.
Here we go.
Jimmy Vertical,
Okay.
because I'm always up.
All right. There
All
we
right.
go. There.
I'm always up.
There we go. There we go.
Even when I'm down, I'm up. So,
Always up.
Diego, dollars.
In
In the building. In the flesh. It's your man. Diego Dollars. Today, I'm on my black shit, so I'm going Diego Sampson.
Okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
going Diego
Sampson.
Sampson today. I'm on my black shit.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All
That's
black.
dope.
Yo, and that's
Samson.
dope because a lot of the topics are predominantly black.
I want to
Hey,
talk
since
to
we're all
Sam.
getting
The
names
universe
in.
aligns
Okay,
things
pause,
how it's
man.
supposed
Since
to
we're
be.
all getting
Pause.
names in.
Okay.
This
Oh,
okay, y'all.
okay.
Hold on, because this is Pause Man's first ever AKA, y'all. So
Yeah,
this
right.
is
All right.
Nah, he had an
Legendary.
AKA
you
before.
done,
Long
but
time
has
ago.
he said it?
But
We
today,
gave him one.
Yeah, that's true.
it's your boy Pause Man,
Okay.
Pause master.
Here we go.
a.k.a.
Here we go.
Bill Pausby.
Oh!
Killed, oh.
Bill Pausby.
Killed
I
him.
love it.
Hello.
Oh shit.
All right, so you definitely get the name for the day.
Yeah, you want the name of the
Bill
day.
Pausby.
You
Gotta
definitely
sound
want the
the
name of the
definitely.
day. So starting next week, y'all, this is what we gonna do. We gonna need y'all to vote who had the best AKA
AKAs.
of the pod
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forget about it.
Yeah, because he got that one.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
got
Paul-
that
Bill
one hands
Pausby.
down.
Bill Pausby.
Hands
Bill
down.
Pausby is fucking
I gotta get
Shout out
on.
to everybody watching in live land. Trav, what up? Ed Lover, what up, big homie?
Yeah.
Felicia, what up, girl?
Yeah.
Ma, what up, Miss Olena?
All right, so
Mama Jones in the building.
let's get it cracking, man. Let's jump into the
Who else I'm missing? Anybody
State
else I missed? Shout out to y'all.
of the Union. Union. We should probably have a song for that. It's the State of the Union. Shibba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I had to turn into an 80s.
Y'all notice how Lizzo told y'all it's okay to be big and then she went to go lose weight? You notice how she set y'all up like that? Yeah, did y'all notice that? Or was that just me? You notice that these celebrities will always tell you to live a certain way and they don't live that way themselves. You notice that? You notice how Cardi B told you I don't cook or clean, well let me tell you how I got my ring, but then the ring is gone? You see how celebrities will tell you to do something that they don't even do? You know how Cardi B said she don't even let her child listen to her music because she knows that what she's singing about is wrong. And that's not how she wants to raise her daughter up, but she'll raise y'all daughters up like that though. Yeah, she'll raise y'all's daughters up like that, yeah. But she ain't gonna raise hers like that. You notice that? You see where I'm going with this? Y'all gonna get enough of worshiping these celebrities like they're God, baby. Y'all gonna get enough of having these idols. You're gonna get enough of bowing down to these celebrities.
All right, so it's kind of like
The Great Deception.
it's kind the Great Deception for real, because it's kind of like people in actuality don't want to admit this, but they actually live their life based off what these entertainers and these other people are doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where they don't even have their own identity, to the point. And she said some real, like the first line that she said about Lizzo, you know, she had everybody feeling comfortable about
I
being,
just said that.
huh? No, you did just, nah, but she said it also.
I thought she said Beyonce.
No, but she also said Lizzo. She's,
really?
Yeah, she said Lizzo too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, see, I actually listened to it.
I missed that.
Yeah,
That's
so
what it made me think of.
Yeah.
Made me think of Jeezy also.
Filled the list.
what did Jeezy say?
Jeezy told your kids to goddamn it slang dope, and his kid, goddamn it,
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Was what valedictorian.
I mean,
Valedictorian.
He put him to find us shit.
So, yeah,
I mean,
the Cardi B.
insert
You know.
any rapper's name there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
all the time.
yeah.
You can't say that. Bootsy is still tell his kids to go slang a pack
That's
of
true.
weed.
Boozy is still wild.
He's 100% real. Then he gets my 100% respect, because for the most part they misleading you know, they misled us.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think we respect. Sometimes. Go ahead, continue.
But back to what she was saying as far as like, you know, like you said, is using Beyonce for the example of the single ladies, you know, mantra that she put out there, and like you said, she went and got married. But you know, Pause Man is making a good point. It is entertainment. It is just music, but to the point you're making, music is very influential. So
Most.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna stand on what you're making? And if so, all right, put marriage vibes out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I understand you need a hit, but that hit could have been, she could, all my married ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could have went like that. You know what I mean? Like, it would have sounded trash, but
Exactly. Be trash.
that shit would have been by Suda.
But why would it be trash?
But
Because
it doesn't sound right for one. First of all, that does not.
But okay, does it not sound right only because we heard all my single ladies?
No.
Is that the only reason why it don't sound right? Because we heard,
it's because
like, if we never heard that and then heard all my married ladies, like if we just heard that originally.
No, it's because positivity and
I think it
because all the single ladies are the ones that are that's out there at the club dancing to it. Most of the majority of the married ones is at home with the kids.
Yeah, but married bitches. Hold on. But married bitches buy the album. Excuse me, not bitches. Married women buy the album.
Low key situationship.
But who buys it? I mean, married women.
But they in the car rocking to it.
Right.
Yeah, but they in the car rocking to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one you'll pull up on at the light and they going crazy.
To the left.
Yeah.
But the only thing that all it's gonna take for her to say is, I didn't say stay single.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nah, but
it's just one song.
Because at the time, she was married to Jay-Z when she made
She was, I know, but...
No, I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
Probably was.
I think she was.
But at the same time, she was one single. And like you say, it's
it's
from
she
a writer's
also saying
point of
in
view.
that song? I mean, it's also some accountability that must be taken in that
But
song.
it's
She's
for
saying,
single
if
ladies.
you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Right.
Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
don't be mad because he wanted.
You know what I'm saying?
So she did mix it, so I can't even use that song as an example.
Nah,
but not, fuck it. All my single ladies, let's turn the fuck up.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
But she wasn't single. But anyway. I'm just saying.
Inspirational song for the single. Okay.
I mean, it's fucking brain music, man.
Right. True
Like,
indeed.
yo,
True
think
indeed,
about the songs though, like that to the left, every like that shit started to it started to strengthen, like it started to get, you know what I mean? It started to, you know,
that shit started a long time ago with Terry McMillan books.
Yeah,
that's when it started.
Nah, but
right after that,
those bitches can't read.
on.
Hold on, those bitches can't read. It was like the movies and shit. It was like the movies and shit.
I'm gonna tell you another song that had
the movies. The books made the movies.
Another song that had these
ladies.
But the woman twisted. That I was just about to say, like Scrubs, Bills, like that whole era and movement.
Independent.
I mean,
she wrote all these songs.
But Neo and a bunch of guys also.
Candy Burris, she wrote all
yo,
them
we
songs.
getting way left, but still
it's a
right.
song for every situation.
Candy Burris wrote all them songs, if you think about it.
I mean, yeah.
So let's just. All right, go ahead.
No,
because I want you to finish what you were saying.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say I get it, the inspiration behind some of this music, but like going back to what Jimmy has said, if we need a counter to the ignorant shit, one of these girls got to step out there and start singing about marriage and how beautiful
it's
it
not
is.
gonna get put out.
I know.
But it ain't gonna get put out. That's fucked up.
It's out there though.
The fellas gotta sing about it.
It's out
See,
there.
but I was gonna say the fellas. I was gonna say think about our music though. Like I heard of music the other day. It was like get money. Fuck bitches. Like, it was a lot of shit they said, like, and I was like, yo, they were starting the fruitcake. They were starting.
I also heard, we ain't getting no younger, we might as well do
See,
it.
that was good R&B
Let's
music.
get married. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
hold on, bro.
listen to what
Hold
you
on.
listen to.
Hold on.
Right.
Yes,
It's
but
what
how
you
many?
listen to.
No.
It's
We
still
talk
It's no
about
new shit.
Let's talk about the ones that are high.
No, I'm
like
saying
the
ain't nothing
ones
new now like that.
The ones that are high up, like the elite though. I'm not talking about because those those
Jack
songs
and
that
Edge
we
was
name
on
it
top, yeah.
right, like but the
I'm
ones that are on
saying.
top that we are actually like like the people are drawn to, like idols. If you are, you know, a Christian, you know what I'm talking about. Like the ones you drawn to, and you basing your.
So you don't think Chris Brown has positive music?
I didn't say. Look, I'm not arguing that they don't have positive music. What I'm saying is
that encourages relationships.
What I'm saying is
there's somebody recent.
Oh yeah. Chris Brown.
I'm just talking about. I'm talking about the super famous who actually get people to follow them, right? Now, like who? I mean, but
you know, Bishop Davis take a picture with this nigga at his show.
Yeah, but that's more of a lust thing, really. Like that ain't. Like, I mean, who's just?
I'm sitting here trying to think who is a super duper star that sings about love
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe SZA.
John Legend.
I mean, they all got songs about it.
Those are not coming out.
His songs?
It's right. No,
it's an album cut. Like it ain't a real.
They don't have the permission.
See, I get where Jimmy coming from. Remember back in the '80s where they main songs was about being in love, but like all of Luther's main shit was about love
because
and
that
love
was
and
a
love.
Love era.
Yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. Like the main songs by the main people.
Don't nobody give a fuck about no love.
Are you speaking on just today?
Yeah. Nigga want to switch cheese.
We're talking about in history.
I'm just saying in the history.
But in the history of music, there's been promoted throughout.
Right? No, agreed. I'm just saying that. I'm agreeing. What I'm saying is the music is what we the music. The movies, the entertainment is what we base our life off of as black people. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is we're drawn to a lot of the, even how we came up, bro. Like just think about.
Yeah, hip hop is the most influential.
It's the most influential culture. Like it'll have you sell it, like you'll sell like I'm being honest. You listen to rap all your life. You probably sold drugs. Yeah. If you black. Right. You know, you've probably been to jail, which is the design for the rap music.
But depending on where you from though.
True story. But okay,
your circumstances. Where if you from that type of area,
there's a reason why these preppy white boys love hip hop too. And
they doing the same thing. I mean, but
they might not have seen the jail, but they influence. They're doing something. They're
doing something
that hip hop influenced them to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
whether it's dressing different or
smoking weed.
I mean, but is it hip hop, the music, or the people that put them up on the music?
Hip hop and music, because I guarantee you,
hip hop and music.
Because when that Snoop Dogg Chronic album came out, you know how many people started smoking weed that wasn't smoking weed.
Yo,
I ain't even talk about in our community. Just when they hit the suburbs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not just that hat you got on, right? Niggas in New York was rocking Kings hats. They was rocking
facts.
They was rocking Raiders shit.
Hats,
they was
Raiders.
rocking when NWA popped. Like when NWA came out, niggas changed up.
Yeah.
And we was on the East Coast.
I had a Compton hat.
So
I mean, but it's the same though, because if you somewhere like me, you know, that been on all sides and shit, you know, I wear New York hats, you know what I mean, LA hats, South hats, because I done been.
But your style though, like how the jeans was sagging, like how did we learn that? Like that was just a part of how things was, like certain shit.
The other day,
but not to interject right quick, but the music was influenced by the streets though.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. Is it the music?
That's a question that we need.
That's
the chicken and the egg theory.
Right.
I think cultural.
You know what I'm saying?
The music and shit is influenced by real shit that happened.
Cultural identity, because of the internet, I think it's slowly disappearing. Like it used to be a point in time where you could definitely pinpoint where somebody was from. In some cases you still can, but now you got everybody saying bro. You got everybody saying, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Like everybody.
You know the saying,
and it's all
one
mixed
world
from different
government,
cultures,
right?
From different cultures, you'll grab something from the West, you'll grab something from the East, you'll grab something from the South, and everybody's saying something different.
Because remember the saying, going back to what you just said, like life influences art. Has it truly flipped to where art is influencing life? With going back to the social media shit and everything y'all talking about, has it literally flipped to where art is literally influencing life?
It might have always, in a sense, done that.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
It always has.
But I think
because damn,
always
is the hood because of the shit that we see in here.
I think right now it's probably where it's at an all-time high. Because
that's what keeps it going.
Because people are so able to see so much more art now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're able to see behind, you know, like what you were saying. Like back then, it was more boundary set. It was more respect, and people respected culture more. People respected, you know, and represented where they was from. Now, you know, in these days, it don't matter where the fuck you from.
That's like the magic. Remember we was talking about the magic of celebrities.
I got it.
It was like how the celebrity magic has disappeared. Like we used to wait 5 years for Michael Jackson to drop an album and be cool with it. We would marinate on that same album for 5 years.
Yeah, because a nigga you see standing in front of motherfucking Sitgo got 3 million followers. He viral famous, but nigga broke his hip.
I think I know where it flipped,
y'all.
Celebrity, I literally think I know where it flipped.
Because now we can hop online and watch Cardi B.
The smoke and mirrors got took down.
Right. I think I know where it flipped. The blaxploitation era. Because that's when the white man went in the hood and got the life and created art out of it. And then in turn, that art started influencing life because now those younger kids started seeing I
think maybe just a little bit before that. I think with your boy.
Because you're looking like the pimping era.
Your boy.
You know what I'm saying? That literally influenced the generation of niggas that's a little bit older than us.
You know what the white kids
off of TV. You see what I'm saying? But they went to the hood to get the real life and then put it on the big screen. You see what I'm saying? Right, but that's what I'm saying. So
you know what a white
up
kids
until
got
that
their
point,
first taste of what it's like to
that's
be
when
hood?
it flipped. I feel
from James Baldwin books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that made him like, what the fuck going on out there?
Yeah.
Yo, to be honest,
Iceberg Slim and all of that shit. Reading what's my man? Donald Goins.
But to be honest though, the exploitation of us has been going on before we even before what we
before slavery. That was the whole purpose of bringing us over here.
But then we stuck. We was already here. But anyway,
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. But some of us were already here. But what I'm saying is on that is like not just black people. I'm talking about media. Period.
Right.
Has control. Like when Schmittler's situation was going on. Right.
Schmittler.
Yeah. Like we don't like to say his name, but
Adolfo.
Yeah, when his shit was going on, media, was at the new, whatever was going on,
right? And
then they're dictating with all this media, bro. Mm-hmm. They creating narratives, what Schmittler was doing to said people then. Help create a narrative that's going on right now
Hitler was the first to use the media to control people.
To control people.
Blonde hair, blue
but
eyes.
What we good at when I say here is we like to take what other people do.
Right.
For their own shit. So y'all remember what was the lady with the big butt? Sarah
Bartman. They got Betty Boop from?
Yeah.
Sarah Bartman.
So
how did y'all,
they drew all that. They was passing that around.
Everybody knew the one big butt.
Because we knew
we talked about it
like that.
Yeah, they paraded it
around.
Yo, that could have been anybody.
It could have been, but I knew in the context of what
he was saying.
Yeah, shorty from the grocery store.
Nah, man, this is somebody. This was you ain't never seen the Sarah Bartman story.
Sarah Bartman. He's like, remember shorty from the grocery store? Nah, but they've been exploiting us. They've also sent out images of us. All type of different things. And those images, if you see, even if it wasn't going on, right? Mm-hmm. And people from other places see them, that's fear's created. Instantly, the narrative that is what's going to happen to, even if it's not happening. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying.
Creates that.
All these fake, I call them Chicken Georges.
He's not bad.
Chicken Georges. What are you talking about? The cigars?
Yeah, rap shits.
I'm gonna have to fuck with him too. Chicken George. Y'all know who Chicken George was, right? Yeah, so rappers are that. Entertainers are that, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Huh?
I'm related to Chicken George's father.
Man, they should have pulled you up. They should have pulled you up. You're part of the bloodline.
He's a white dude. He's a white dude.
He's black.
He's mixed.
Tom Moore's a white dude. He's my great grandfather.
Yo, they should have pulled you up through the bloodline.
Shout out Chicken George, man. Holla at us.
Yeah,
same dude who raped Grape Kizzy.
What?
You know what I'm saying? In Roots.
Yeah.
That's my great grandfather.
Get the fuck out of here.
He also raped my great.
I'm glad that you know that, though.
That's crazy.
Because I don't even know.
I found that out like 4 years ago.
Yo, that's crazy.
See, I
He
think.
was Tom Moore though.
See, but he was white, though. See, I think that's why you know who at least know that far.
Right.
I think a lot of blacks.
Us
My
niggas
view
don't
on
know.
Grape is
Shit.
so my view on Grape is
Yeah. Yo, let's keep
I
it
was
moving.
gonna
though.
add a sick joke there, but I'm not.
Yo, let's keep it moving. Yo, let's,
I gotta let that one go.
Look, though.
It'd have to be a commercial break.
Nah. I was just gonna say we could wrap it up though. Like,
Oh no!
I
I was.
he was like moving on. I was like,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm
nah.
good, yeah.
We
You
get,
can't
nah.
tell me that. I'm
I
gonna
know
get-
how we do. We get like once we start, it'll be
Tend to not stick to the script.
yeah. Stick to the script.
We about to
But
go to commercial.
yeah, I mean, anybody, we good on that topic though?
Yeah,
You know, I was just.
getting a great deception. I mean, I have nothing to say other than, I
Yes.
mean, when you're with entertainment, you're entering containment. So,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like,
So
It
be
is
careful.
we've always
influence.
been being deceived, but
That's a good way.
following, you know what I'm saying, a lifestyle that is really just probably not even true, but something that's being portrayed to us as true
That's a good word, portrayed.
is
It's called the.
it's how you end up in
It's crazy shit.
It's
It's
called
how you
the
end up in
American Dream.
situations where you're single and Beyonce's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something funny before we close, right? I'm gonna tell you something funny before we close. The Nelly Air Force One song, like I promise you,
Yeah.
that shit for some reason, like I didn't like the song,
You made me feel comfortable about
but
about having my Air
it
Force
just
Ones.
exactly. That shit right there, like that's my favorite shoe, and I'm a like so think
But
about.
you been wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what was crazy to me. I was like, niggas been wearing these shits. How did it become popular?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
But it always been popular.
Because
Right.
when I started wearing them, they weren't popular. It's
What
like,
do you mean they weren't popular?
I mean,
What?
No shit's always been popular.
Yeah, they
I'm from New York, bro.
To me,
Those
they
are
were, to me, they were the
Uptowns.
basic.
Those are uptowns.
To me, they were the basic Nike. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Nigga said
The basic Nike.
They were the basic Nike.
Them shits was the Jordans
They were the
before.
standard,
it
right.
became
They were
real
Jordans
They
cool.
were
before.
the standard
Jordans.
Nike that one would get. Like
Standard
if Nelly would have made a song about Saucony's, you know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have did anything.
I don't know, pause, man. Because remember Jada lifted
They
up.
wouldn't.
Remember
Because
Jada
because guess what? I lived in a whole neighborhood full of broke motherfuckers, so we all got our different flavors of Saucony's.
Right.
So we
But
felt,
Saucony's is
Did
the
you
shit.
hear
but we
what
felt,
he said?
but we felt like, you know what I'm saying, that was the underdog shit. But we would have felt more empowered had Nelly have dropped a Saucony song. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about.
Niggas was wearing Air Force Ones, but when Nelly dropped that song, they was wearing Air Force Ones different.
The Saucony population.
See, I guess, like you said, they
is-
always was popular. Like, remember, we had flavors when we was coming
That's
up. Like,
that's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
but
so
where
they
do we
always
get
was
that
popular.
from? That was just what the culture dictated. If it wasn't that, like just like a fresh pair of weak Timbs.
Right there,
You know what I'm saying? Certain shit
was
was
getting
just.
some Nikes that weren't Air Force Ones when I was.
I'm not
in
talking
school.
about that time. I'm talking
Then
about
you got
once
some
you
Kmart
started.
shoes.
I'm talking
That's
about
what that
once.
shit was.
I'm
Straight
talking
the
That's
fuck up.
it.
Nah, I'm talking about
See,
once
I'm
you
like-
started. Once you started buying your own shit. I ain't talking about because when we grew up, it was kind of different. I'm talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
once
but-
you started
Yo.
really controlling what
Nigga
you
said
wore for the most part and working. I think that's when my dress code changed a little bit more. Once I started getting my own paycheck,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's when it was
Well,
like,
it's actually after you leave school you realize like how unimportant certain shit is too. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are. Some people be stuck in that for the rest of their life.
nah, I'm
You know
I'm
what I'm
stuck
saying?
on shoes.
Yeah, I got
like
it.
I'm.
There's
I'm,
no
I'm-
problem, but-
I'm stuck on
but-
shoes and hats sometimes.
But I'm talking
Like,
about think about during that time and period where everything we had to be RP 55, Pelly.
Yo.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're right about that.
I'm saying at
was
that point
my
in time,
shit.
at that point in time,
I got
we-
school
everything.
pictures with the long
And-
sleeve.
And if you did,
Them long sleeves.
and
is
if
tough.
you
It's
did,
tough.
and back then, even if you was broke, they had a lane for you to still be
Yeah.
fly.
They
as a
still
way to
got
the
that.
lane.
They
Yeah,
still
yeah,
got
yeah.
that lane though.
I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it seems different now. 'Cause now everybody dressed like they
Yeah, now you can't. Yeah, you
But
can't
see,
even.
I think y'all
As a
want
kid,
it.
you know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
listen.
Not necessarily our
We
generation,
needed that
but
name on our shit at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Sorta, kinda. It just depended on how you did it. Like as long as your shoes,
Like I know y'all remember. that
as
era,
long as your
that little
shoes
point
though,
in time.
as long as your shoes were good, like
You can always pull off anything.
Yeah, fresh shirt, fresh haircut, nigga. You was golden. I think. I think because white tees hit the scene for our generation. So that was $5 at a corner store. So you was able to just
era right
that was
there.
That was an era.
You can just,
In my white tee. Yup. In my white. That like the music.
Niggas got to wait for a whole summer of spending.
Exactly.
$800 max on white tee. He's like, you ain't have to buy shit else for a whole summer. Just get a fresh white tee every day.
Basketball.
That's all you had
or the black.
Even in the wintertime, all you needed was a flight jacket.
That's it. Fresh white tee.
A flight
fresh
jacket.
Yep, and a fresh white tee. That was it, yo. For like, you right. For like 2 fucking years.
But it was the shoes. Like the shoes always beat apart. The shoes always sell it. Like everybody looked the same. But the shoes, those are force.
Shoes and a hat. Because whatever shoes you can have record that.
And then if it matched together, nigga, you was really doing something. So
I used to rock the first down jeans.
Then once the club said no more white tees, that's when niggas had to
start stepping the game up.
Had to sauce
to start.
Once the no more white tees. And then Jay really killed it when he said no more jerseys, I'm 30 plus. Then niggas was like, damn.
I just spent $800.
And niggas was like, damn.
Who listen?
I never listened to rappers tell me how to dress.
Nah, pause, man. I'm not going for it.
There was a
whole button-up era, and I'm sure you had a couple button-ups in that era when niggas was rocking button-ups, because that was a whole era.
Yeah, because we had a job that required a button-up.
I think it was rappers telling me that. It was more so what was...
Okay, he might not. It might right. You might not have listened directly to the rapper. It was just when you went to the store. That was your only fucking option.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you didn't.
Right? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't your fault. It was just like, God damn, it's only button ups on the goddamn
what's going
show.
on?
That was alright. Remember that half of summer when niggas
right.
Remember that half of summer where everybody was into them Hawaiian shirts real heavy?
Yeah, I remember
that. Remember the Ed Hardy era?
I had a few.
With the little fucking dragons and shit.
See, remember that Ed Hardy era?
And then you just match it. Match your kicks with it.
You
just match your shoes with it.
Niggas had skulls and shit all over they.
Nah, I didn't do the skulls.
You ain't do the Ed Hardy shit?
I was heavy with the skulls.
Yeah. I'm not even going front.
I ain't like Ed Hardy.
I'm heavy with the skulls.
I fuck with that Ed Hardy.
I was fucking with
anything that was kind of similar to that.
Adichie.
Yeah.
I was fucking with Adichie.
LRG and all that shit.
I was fucking with Adichie hard. LRG. I was fucking with
the Pele,
but
motherfucking RP55 is
RP55 from high school
was heavy
to
for me. Like I said, I had so many flavored delinquent shirts. It was
Fat
ridiculous.
Farm was the era.
man.
Yo, but Marshalls pushed my polo game out of control.
Like, well, you know what? Polo is the one thing that always withstood the test of time.
I wasn't a polo.
Always.
I was a polo nigga in school.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I wasn't a polo nigga in school. Polo happened for me after school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, Nautica outlet though.
When I was in school, this nigga Trick Daddy was like, "Hell no, bitch, you know this polo." And I was like,
yo, y'all remember the Perry Ellis?
Perry Ellis. Oh man.
Then the Perry Ellis
jacket.
Damn. Perry Ellis.
Yeah.
Niggas called me in the yearbook with Perry Ellis.
What was them joints? The Parasuco jeans?
Averex.
Parasucos, I remember those too.
Yo, my Averex jackets.
Boss jeans.
My Averex jackets were unmatched because my man Dolo used to go up top.
Oh yeah, so you used to get the butter.
Yeah, cross colors and all that shit. Like shit, man.
Yeah, but
they
still doing that now.
Used.
It's just the sites like we see. We just really don't pay attention to it because we don't shop on them. But that's where they getting all these clothes from. Like majority
I've been put on the
folks,
game.
Yeah,
I've been put on the game.
These folks, the shit they buying now.
The whole outfit though.
Hell yeah.
The whole outfit though.
Right. Everything head to toe. Whole closet.
I don't need nobody to dress me though, because somebody told me about this app where they just they send you the jeans, the shirt. You know what I mean? The hat and all that. The niggas are like, oh, okay. See, I can't do that.
Online.
Customize.
I can't. See, but that's
you fucking.
They just not talking about it. Niggas is wearing $3
I know niggas
shorts,
bragging. I know niggas like, yo, you
shorts.
like this fit? I'm like, alright, nigga.
That shit they did on Total Recall back in the day.
If you a man and you bought something off of Fashion Nova for men, I have to question you. I have to question you, bro. Like, Because you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna get a chance to question somebody who does it.
No, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do it, but it's just, you know what? Men, we're different. Like, we don't really like. We in and out with the shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, unless you're going to buy a 3-piece suit for a certain event,
right?
Yeah, you just. But, I need some jeans. Let me go. Boom. Let me go cop some jeans. Like, if you online shopping,
you know your size.
Yeah.
See, but what if you lost a lot of weight and you don't know how you're going? So. You know what I mean? Like, say if you lost a lot of weight,
I've never experienced
and
that,
you
so that doesn't apply.
You don't really know your size.
That's even more reason to go. About. That's even more reason to go into the store.
That makes sense. Okay. But I guess that would make sense to, be in dressing rooms and shit, but I've never had to do all that.
But it's just something about going on a site called Fashion Nova as a man. Even if you into men's section.
They got different shit called like gear and you don't see the commercial. Hold on.
If you a man, I believe you. If you a man and you go on gear.com.
You have no sauce, first of all.
I mean, pause, man.
Pause.
Ask her, are there men websites? Say you want to order, ask and see how many about
gear.
Men companies that order clothes, like a Fashion Nova for men.
I know.
There's like 10 companies that do men's clothes, bro. Shit. I see the commercials on the game.
No, I'm saying I know what you're talking. I'm just saying if you go on gear.com,
companies that sell men's clothes only like Fashion Nova does for females.
It just sounds like a white boy.
Say outfits.
Outfits.org.
They offer a variety of trendy
Fashion Nova does sell men's clothes.
Yeah, they got a Fashion Nova men.
But there are other companies. No, ask her what other companies are there for men. She gonna drop a list. It's like 4. Niggas.
What other companies are there for men?
Bro, I can't. I'm a giggle if you say I got my shirt from Fashion Nova. Just like
a wide range of styles, budgets.
You asking for men exclusively?
Nah, say wardrobe, men's wardrobe. Like they can get the whole.
Man, look, man.
Never mind. You're good.
It's no offense to anybody. Just know I'm a giggle at you if you told me
giggle.
You got your shit from Fashion Nova. I'm a laugh, bro. I promise you. I'm and it's nothing wrong. The shit could be fly. It just sounds crazy.
It sounds like I got these jeans at Forever 21.
Yeah.
I got a shirt from Rainbow. And
that's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, my daughter's used that shit.
The same conversation.
That's exactly what it sounds like to me.
Shein is one of them. SHEIN.
That's another.
That's another company.
Temu, all of that.
They put your whole fit together though. Like you can put the boom boom.
Yeah, as soon as you click on the jeans, it'd be like other people bought this shirt.
They're like, yo.
I took my ass to City Trends.
They're like the hat.
That's what it is. It's City Trends online.
Yo, I ain't getting on nobody who do it, but go to the fucking store, try your shit on, get out of the store and go.
If you still got a button up with dragons on it,
come on,
you a savage.
Pause, man. Remember them shirts?
Red monkey.
Remember them shirts? Remember button ups with the dragons?
Oh yes, hell yeah.
That's like having pajamas with.
And guess what? There was only a half of a summer where niggas who wore that shit could actually.
Yo, let's get off this shit.
And guess what? After that,
they had a short season.
After that,
they had a short season.
Yo.
After that, you was a straight cornball.
I had one because it matched some airbags I had, but it was some nasty errors, bro. Niggas wore dragons and stuff.
Nasty work it is. Yo,
holy shit.
I have exactly 2 more. So
I have never.
Oh yeah, let's take a commercial break because I got the label of the beer all up.
It's the PMP Show.
Bullshit me this time, I swear. Who that? Lil Lou? What the fuck you doing out here with no clothes on? Fuck is all that blood from? Well, you better back the fuck up, I'm telling you. I don't play no dumb shit now. Man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga?
Niggas, yeah.
I feel sorry for Bozo.
He probably ain't even want to marry that bitch. He probably woke up and had a ring on his hand and was like, yo, what the fuck? We in Vegas and we got married.
I don't know,
The
man.
clip says it all. Look at the carelessness in her face.
Right.
As she realizes she's exposed. She went live.
Yeah. He was like, "And you going
He didn't
live?"
go live to expose her.
Nah.
She went live like, look at the bullshit I got to deal with.
Right.
This nigga
I
just realized I got an OnlyFans.
Yeah. And he mad. Like, I got to do what I got to do.
Pay bills.
I got to pay bills. Because he's not doing it no more. He had a layup in about 20 years.
He ain't getting no analyst jobs, no none of that.
Right.
You dumbass
Like,
nigga. You should have stayed in Maryland, so you gotta.
Hey, he was a number one pick. Like, you can't get
you can't get a job at
ESPN nowhere, undisputed. Nothing, nigga.
They ain't call you for a second or nothing, nigga.
Hell no, they're like, fuck Joe Smith.
Yeah, because you don't see this nigga on nothing, yo.
Nothing.
Damn, Joe.
Except for this.
Yeah. So niggas might, he might get a little check. He might get a check because his
I think
Google
he get a pension because he played over 10 years in the NBA. So I think he get like a $500,000 a year. He get like that veteran shit. So he eating off of that. But after taxes, how much is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what was
Nah, but they were just nice. Yeah, they got to like the Elite Eight or some shit. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to you, bro. But you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Like, like you fucked up right there, bro. Like
you did. Bro.
Yeah, you fucked up right there, and then you let her egg you out in front of your peers, bro. Like if we ever get a dunk, yo, we need to bring that shit back. Yo, what did we used to have? Yo, the Bozo, yo, you are the talk of this segment, but you also get the Bozo of the day, bro, because you know the cardinal rule. Like every young man, yo.
And then I wonder how long they've been married.
I know, yo, my grandson is 4. He knows not to turn a hoe into a housewife. So, you get the Bozo.
Oh shit. And you know, she's like you said, she's a porn star.
Come on, bro.
Like, I don't know what you expected. That's like marrying a bank robber and this nigga go to jail eventually. Like, what did you fucking expect? The nigga rob banks. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. So I don't even want to have a good time at your expense, Joe, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I mean, that's embarrassing.
That shit is embarrassing.
That shit is embarrassing.
Yo.
She put your financial situation out there. She let niggas know she got her OnlyFans, so she got more fans off of shitting on your financial situation. Because you know, like Pausby said, you know how many niggas ran to that OnlyFans
and subscribe. Like, so niggas is paying monthly right now.
So now if she leave you, oh man.
Oh man. So now when they introduce her, they're gonna be like, yo, Joe Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad. Like her tour, that's how they gonna introduce her.
Like, yeah.
That's
Ann was foul and she rocking the Joe Smith jersey in the video.
Yeah.
She naked under the Joe Smith jersey.
Do not turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm not gonna.
Damn.
Yo, bro, you just can't, bro.
Pause, man. Can you put the damn, son? Where'd you find that?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, shit.
Yo, y'all just fried Joe Smith, yo.
Man, listen.
And I mean,
we gonna have to clip that one up. We gonna have to clip that one up. Yeah, we gonna have to clip that. Joe, my man Joey, man.
Yeah, we love you though. I mean, but come on, bro. You know better, man. Like, keep it real. Like, you know better, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, she's doing she's like on tour with the interview. She did the cam joint. She did the radio stations. At your expense, brother. At your fucking expense.
That is fucked up, though.
Not even your expense, because you broke.
Yeah. Yeah. Son.
No, so that was her expense.
That's her expense.
Now, if this was a plan, hold on. If this was his plan to bring some fame and they'll make money and they still together, then, you know, I support that. But it doesn't look like that. Like, but I was like, how
she got to be on Love and Hip Hop.
She's made this happen, so she's gonna have a bag. So he ain't trying to go nowhere.
Yeah, she better not Love and Hip Hop. What's that? Basketball Wives. I don't know if that shit still come on, but I bet you she be on the next
she'll
season.
get a spot.
I bet you that bitch.
Yeah, because she is a basketball wife.
Yeah, she'll be on the next season.
Wow, so he got to be up there. The first day, they're gonna be like, hey, bro, so yo, I seen your wife.
Yeah.
It's the PMP Show.
I just want y'all to know that when you're a black man in America, right, sometimes you get reminders. You know what I mean? As a successful black man in America, I often get reminders. And in the Shador Sanders situation, this is just a reminder that you can do everything right in life. You can come from a good family. You could be a good student. You could be a God-fearing kid. You could be a hard worker. You could beat the odds. Your dad could be a Hall of Fame player and you can beat the odds because not too many Hall of Fame players have good kids. So you can beat the odds. You can beat, he ain't his daddy. You can beat all of that growing up. But you still get a reminder that you just a nigga, man. That's it. You just a nigga. We sitting here looking at a public execution going on right in front of our eyes. Where it's like, we just gotta remind you that you just a nigga. There's no other way to look at it. There's a lot of black analysts on TV, but they gotta keep it corporate. They can't say what it is. They gotta keep it corporate. I just think this unbelievable. No, sometimes as a black man in America, you get reminded that you just a nigga. Don't matter how much work you put in, don't matter. None of that don't matter. You gotta understand. I arrived at a hotel in Boston, right? And I get to the front desk and I say, is there any way I could get a suite? And this lady looked at me and she said, I'm sorry. She didn't press one button. She says, I'm sorry, it's no suites in the building. They're all sold out. As she's saying it, a white man is walking out the back as she says, Gilly, oh man, I love you. Man, I love what you do for the community, man. You're a great guy. She handed me my room key. I get up to my floor. When the elevator opened, the white guy's on my floor. And he says, Gilly, I don't know why she told you there's no suites available. Every suite in the building is open, Gilly. Come back downstairs, man. We're going to put you in a suite. But it was just a reminder that you just a nigga. That lady looked at me and said, there's no suites. Before I make this hotel thousands of dollars, I would rather your black ass not be in a suite. So in life, you get reminded sometimes that you just a nigga.
Yeah, we definitely still black. It should have been, and yo, that's crazy that we said that earlier in the beginning of the program. Like, right. But we still, we still a nigga. We still black. We still a nigga. And to me, I think we should make that prouder. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed the last couple weeks, the last couple episodes, I've been preaching like us policing ourselves, like us financing ourselves, us depending on ourselves, like us not giving in to the design of what they got planned and go against the fucking grain and kind of go back. I'm not saying be completely separated, but like segregated is the word that I'm saying. I'm not saying that, but I think they showing us public humiliation constantly with our, with our people that we, fuck with, and it's a slap in the face, and we need to. Only way we gonna change that, from my opinion, is to go together, like our way only.
I'll say this, and and it's not pushback to anything anybody is saying about this. I've been trying my hardest to take the racial component out of it, because then it kind of takes away from certain things that we have seen. Like, we did get a black quarterback that was drafted #1, that was just as cocky as him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's footage out here, him talking shit to Shador, telling him what he's not going to be and I'm going to be. And he kind of was saying the same things along the lines of how he's going to change a franchise. He just did it in a more professional way. So I don't want to take away from Cam Ward I ain't gonna say doing it the right way. I want to just credit this to, and our generation could definitely understand what Primetime did to the NFL and to sports period when he flipped it upside down as far as bringing money to the athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the ones to really start bringing paydays. His talent was too good to deny this man. Like, go back, YouTube some of Deion Sanders' Florida State footage. My man had a song in at Florida State. My man was rocking Dookie chains and driving Corvettes at Florida State in the 80s. He was getting paid back then. The Primetime name was Primetime for a reason in college, and he brought that to the NFL. My man took a helicopter from the baseball game to the football game and played a baseball game and a football game the same day. His talent was too great to deny. He broke the barrier to where people had to start paying this man and paying athletes what they was worth. You know what I'm saying? He was I ain't gonna say the first, but he really, really spoke up about, I want my bread. You know what I'm saying? He literally told the New York Giants, they asked him, they went to interview him, swear to God. I think we had the 6 picks that year, 1989, or whenever he got, I think it was 89 when he got drafted. They went to interview the nigga. The nigga said, what pick y'all got? They told him 6. He was like, I ain't even going to be around. Interview done. How fucking cocky can you get? You understand what I'm saying? He came and ran the 40-yard dash at the combine, ran a 4-1 something, a 4-2 something, and said, that's it, I'm done. Walked away. So the NFL couldn't deny this man's talent, but at the same time, he left a bitter taste in their mouth. You left a bitter taste in a bunch of billionaires' mouths who, okay, we can't deny who you are on this field. Now we can finally get you back because we couldn't never get you back while you played for somebody because that would just been blatantly like, this is just blatant. Like, this man is too good to let him on this field. But now you know what we can do? We're not going to allow you to control or dictate none of these NFL rooms. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to take the race out of it and make it more of a power struggle because if he would have got in that room, imagine the first head coach, son, black quarterback, father-son combination, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL. Black, 2 black faces, and they out there dominating. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not a race thing as much as a power thing. You know what I'm saying? And they would rather see that from a dynasty like the Manning dynasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would rather see that first, unfortunately. But you know what I mean? So it is a race thing, but it ain't at the same time. And I know I'm kind of speaking out of both sides of my neck, but I hope people can understand, and see past the racial aspect of it because then it takes away from some of the other young athletes who are black that went out there and bust their ass and made it, and race played no part in it. That's just as cocky.
I want y'all to go because I got a thought I want to come back to. But go ahead.
Sorry for being long-winded, y'all.
No, you cool, bro.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm saying you still a nigga. Yeah. That's just a loose way of looking at it, as they say, a loose way, because it's relatable to, our culture or whatever it may be. But in this society, yes, you still a nigga. You still a nigga. I mean, that is, no matter how much money you have or whatever, you're black, and they are going to continue to put obstacles in the way, and there's, but if people do their homework, then they would know that the laws were set up like that. And it was set up like that intentionally. And no one said anything about it being changed. Right. So that's why the laws are set up for it to make it harder for us. We got to go through more things because we are black.
Obstacles.
Yeah, And...
Pause, man.
Shit. I'm not going to repeat a bunch of shit that because y'all said a lot of points that I already feel, but I will say that no matter what, you're still a nigga. It's all about what kind of nigga. The exceptional nigga, the controllable nigga, the uncontrollable nigga, the rebellious nigga.
Right.
Either way,
you still,
what I'm saying?
Still a nigga.
They're going to be that from their point of view regardless, because as we stated a bunch of times, you know what I'm saying, we're still always going to be on the outside looking in because it wasn't built for us to begin with.
Exactly.
So we're trying to play in the game. You know what I'm saying? And we're always going to be just the subhuman trying to play the game.
3/5.
Exactly. Because if you don't play the game, you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just wanna because this shit is everywhere, right?
Right.
And what you said, because I saw your post earlier, and you said what was on the post. I was thinking about as far as the race thing, is the draft to me? What's weird about the draft is the presentation of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It's like auction.
I was just about to say that.
Selling it off niggas. So it's the most
because
that's what it is.
See, but think about this. Out of all the guys that were drafted in there, did you listen to everybody's story? Mm-hmm. Like everybody had my brother just passed. My mom. One dude's mom just passed after his son signed.
That was sad as fuck. Yeah.
But see, that's the flip side of
immediate. I didn't want to say that, but good.
But see, that's the flip side too. That's the flip side too. This here is a solid 213-pound nigga.
Come on.
Once upon a time, he wrestled 12 coyote at the same time. And he, you know what I'm saying? He lost his child in the midst, and he
same
concept. The same shit.
But I want to go take it a step further than that.
That's what I'm saying. That's how he's to advertise it.
The only problem with Prime, I'm in it with you on that part. Pause. Is about a successful black father, right? A successful black father who has a successful black family, right?
Right.
They can't have success.
Wait.
At both levels. Listen to what I'm saying.
I know. I need you to say it one more time so I can understand.
Okay. You're not going to be able to televise a successful, because it's never been done before.
Successful black man.
Successful, right? Who's doing what he's supposed to do, taking care of his family, raising his kids, making sure he puts them.
Can I get
go
one?
Ahead.
And then you can go back in because I'm just gonna. We just didn't support him, the Ball family.
Okay, but he did the same thing too.
So you talking about in real life or in television?
But
not real life,
but Ball wasn't. He wasn't successful. No, I'm talking about Ball himself. I
see what you're saying.
You see them never has
where the father is actually.
Like even with LeBron and his son, what round LeBron's son go to? Is he playing? There's never been greatness for blacks.
Right.
Right? So we're not gonna allow that because there's no way that you fall if you were projected to go second, third round from the jump, right?
Yeah, cool.
That's okay. 5th round from the jump. But if you're projected to be the number 1 to the 3rd pick, right? It becomes a problem with your pop. Then you go to the 5th round. Nobody wants you. That's in our face.
So you're saying homie more than likely is suffering from Lil Meech syndrome right now.
He's suffering from the revolution will not be televised.
And again, damn, see, I don't want to sound I'm only being devil's advocate just for the sake of conversation, right? All right. And again, because I said this earlier.
Go ahead.
Last year, there were way more teams that needed a quarterback. And you know what I'm saying? Hell, we was making fun of Caleb Williams for the nigga black quarterback for painting his nails. He got picked number 1. And we made fun of him. You know what I'm saying? For painting his nails. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's soft, he this, that, and the third.
And he's garbage.
Right.
Hot garbage.
Right. So now you got, you know what I'm saying? But I said that to say, God damn it, I lost my thought. Fuck.
but he is. See, but the thing,
that's what I was going to say. My bad. So you got 32 NFL teams, right? So if only 7 of them really needed a quarterback,
okay,
one of them addressed it with the first pick. You had the Steelers, that's why I said this on the post. You had the Steelers with a black general manager and a black head coach.
Right.
Passed on them.
But they're not. Hold on.
They're not in charge.
They have no they're puppets. They do what they told to do.
I mean,
the ones who
I mean, because if the owner stepped in, he
they're
said,
chicken
"Hey,
Georges.
don't pick them."
They're chicken Georges to make it look
put
like
too many darkies on my team,
bro. Not just that, chicken Georges. That the nigger representative still exists. Having blacks here to make us seem that we not racist still exists.
Yeah.
To make other niggas fit and keep the other niggas in line, bro. That's what that shit is about.
Exactly.
Damn. So you calling Mike Tomlin one of them?
I'm not calling him that.
Nah, I mean,
he doesn't have enough. He don't have enough clout to say.
See, but
I want to get him.
But see,
that's over his head.
Right, but that's why I was saying if it was collusion, I don't want to say it was amongst all the teams because
owners.
You got teams like Kansas City. They not picking him. They don't need him. They got
let me ask you this.
You got teams like Baltimore. They not picking him.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? So why would they collude if they don't even need him?
Nah,
you know what
I'm not.
saying?
It's the owners. It's
no,
not,
yeah.
But
I own a team that has Lamar Jackson. I'm not picking shit.
Because because when you get to the third round, let's talk about backup quarterbacks we have in the league real quick.
Yeah, but see, you do that right now. You bring him in the locker room. You know what? Cause that's like having Tim Tebow in your locker room. You know, like you bring in all of this camp like on your backup quarterback. If I got Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, any one of these franchises with a quarterback that ain't going nowhere within the next 15 years, whatever, I'm not bringing this dude in because I don't want all the cameras on this dude taken away from the team. One, and he can't help it. It's not his fault. It is who he is. And then on Dion's end, the camera's gonna be in his face soon as the NFL season start. Hey, your son this, your son that. Does he deserve to start? Oh, such and such had a bad game.
That's true.
That's what's gonna come with him. So it's a lot of baggage that's gonna come with him. That's not his fault. He just is who he is.
He's
but
Dion's son.
Right. That's been with a few other players like that. Microphone was in Tim Tebow's face every fucking. Remember the old Christianity thing? People was complaining about that. Yeah. He was fucking. Oh, this nigga's kneeling and praying in the end zone. Get this shit off the TV. Like it was a whole big thing. You know what I'm saying? So and he was just a utility guy for a while before he started. So
y'all think Kaepernick would have been the greatest?
Kaepernick's the same way. Remember, he was a distraction for a while. Wasn't even playing. He was just on the sideline.
Why is he? He's a distraction. Why though? Like his cause was just, bro. Like I think.
I mean, you know how they thought.
I think a lot of times, the people who control the NFL, who control all the major corporations that control the world. Make money off our backs, and they just want to show us who's in control.
Now I got what it's been with the
let me tell you
on our backs.
Let me tell you some ill shit somebody said, and I wish I could remember who said this, but shout out to you that I didn't even look at it from this point of view. Right? I wish I could tell because this what made me think everybody's in on this shit. Right. The nigga said this is the most ratings the NFL has ever had for the second and third round. Ever, because everybody was waiting to see where this nigga was gonna get picked,
right?
Knowing he was gonna get picked. So what if everybody colluded on this shit, and then on top of that, Monday morning, if he would have got picked Thursday night, they would have talked about this shit Friday. Nothing to talk about on Monday, besides everybody else that got picked late in the rounds. Right. So what if all of them niggas colluded in on this shit just to have this nigga the topic of the whole weekend into Monday? You know what I'm saying? So everybody talked about this nigga Friday, because he didn't get picked. Finally Saturday he got picked, but now he's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday when everybody come back for the regular work.
But the thing
ratings
is,
through the roof for everybody.
Thing is, they gonna do that anyway, regardless if you would have got picked first. Because if he would have got picked Thursday night, you don't got nothing. First of all, nobody's watching Saturday. Yeah, everybody watched Saturday just to see where this nigga was going to get picked.
Until
Friday
he got
and
picked.
Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So, because after the first round, nobody really watches the draft. You know what I'm saying? Even diehards.
Now you might watch a little bit of the second, you peeking, but the playoffs is on.
They said this was the highest ratings ever because you had people glued waiting to see where this nigga was going to get picked.
Right. So when they said from the beginning, because they thought he was going to get picked first.
Yeah, but had he get picked, what he's saying, nobody would have watched second and third round.
They stretched the ratings out.
No, yeah, we saying the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So. Right. But if you in saying that when in person, I was like, yeah.
Bill
So
Pausby.
what if all of them niggas is in on this shit just to make money?
They've been that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now it made me look at everybody different. It made
they-
me look at everybody like, oh shit, yeah, this shit could have been
but
employed the whole time. You know what I'm
It
saying?
all
Like,
but what's
is, my
crazy?
brother.
What's crazy is that
got us
he don't
talking
need
about
like a lot of people in the draft needed that money, needed that break, right? They needed that opportunity.
Right.
Here's what's crazy about the whole
About to
situation.
speak about one in a minute.
Here's what's crazy about the whole situation. Think about this. He still ended up in Cleveland. Where he gonna start? Right?
Eventually.
I
Damn
mean,
sure is.
yo, he gonna start there because the dude they picked up is gonna be the number 2. He might start a
top.
game or two, but
Now
like
you know
what
they
you-
got Flacco.
I know that.
That's why I said
but
Flacco probably
Flacco was
gonna
an
start.
injury waiting at bro. Like they.
No,
they-
yeah, hell yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he gonna be, cause they gotta train for this shit. He gonna have to work, so he gonna outbeat. It's 5 quarterbacks, right? He gonna outbeat. He gonna outbeat Flacco just off of the little bit more mobility, right? He might not start the week but the preseason, he'll probably be the 3.
Nigga said,
Yeah, no, I'm saying when I say eventually, I'm saying by like week 6.
I was
Maybe
I,
week
I
6
want to
to
make a
9.
handy
Hey.
dandy, and
You think
I'm gonna say
later?
like week 3.
Oh, you saying earlier?
Oh hell yeah!
Mm.
Because the pressure is on, like you said, any locker room
Hold up.
he come into
Yeah.
during practice,
Come on.
everybody gonna be like, "Yo, Shador, yo, hey,
Let
throw me
Flacco
one."
throw 3 interceptions. The camera
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
right in dude's face. Hey, so you think you should start next week? You know, it's gonna be all they gonna be
Bro.
asking Dion at the Colorado game. Hey, you see the Cleveland
like-
game? They like, wait, nigga, I
Right.
got a team to coach. Fuck is you talking
right,
about?
hey,
Like,
you think
so-
your son gonna
but-
start tonight?
but that goes back to what I'm saying about
Yo.
do franchises want to deal with that shit?
Yo, y'all know what this shit
You
is?
see what I'm saying?
It-
Y'all,
that's a
they
lot,
do because
man.
they needed a
That's a
franchise
lot that
quarterback.
come with
But
Real
it
talk, they needed a
depends on
franchise
the mind
quarterback.
frame of the athlete because you see, boom, like LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You know, boom. It's plenty other niggas that could ball.
Yeah.
But they
But
ain't
that's what
put
they
their
get
money
right.
on them. They put their money on LeBron because they knew he was gonna be able to act right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people get money and people separate the fact that they still regular people. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
Just because
Oh, yeah.
they got a lot of money, my nigga, they got the same problems. They got the same. They going through the same shit everybody else going through.
Yeah.
Just and on a higher scale. You know, it costs money to have money. Costs
It does.
money to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they ain't not no fucking different. Besides, they got more pressure because they are who they are. So that's even more shit to deal with. You know what I mean?
And I'm going back to this theory of, and I know we got to get off this subject. Like Jimmy said, Cleveland ended up with this nigga anyway.
Right.
Now you got all eyes on Cleveland. You know how much media fucking people are going to be in Cleveland all season
How
long?
many TV games now?
We need to invest in something in Cleveland. Just cause I promise you, like imagine putting a food truck in Cleveland the whole NFL season. You know how much motherfucking people gonna be out there the whole NFL season just cause this dude is out there? You know what I'm saying? Like
we need to keep those ventures
yeah,
ourselves.
we might need to, right?
Yo, but you know what this sound like? The Game. You ever saw the TV show The Game? It was like a football.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
football.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
this
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like
Get that show on the air, nigga.
Huh?
Right,
So I help get that show on the air.
Word.
Yeah.
Word?
And How I Met Your Mother.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, doing the Hollywood Premiers in Vegas.
Yo, this is TV.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit. So,
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying, now football is pretty much gonna be that. Like Cleveland about to make bank. Cleveland about to make bank. They about to be like every game gonna be coming up. They're gonna be wondering when is this nigga coming out.
Nigga, Cleveland coming here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just a chance to see Shador might get in the game. You know what I'm saying? And then
but they got a great draft though. Like they got a running back. They got running backs. They got D tackles. They got safety. Like they are. And then they got Shador for cheap. So I feel like other teams
You said for cheap.
fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? For not even. Yo, they did get it for cheap.
that's
Chris
why I
Brown-
said if we just want to talk football, pardon. I mean
Yeah, no, you right though. Talk
just-
football.
If we just talking football, let's take all other bullshit
Send
off the
them away
table
from
to
it.
politics. Let's just talk football.
Cleveland came up, bro.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh, what the fuck was y'all thinking?
Yo, like,
I just don't understand
I
it. Let's
don't-
just talk football for a second. Why would y'all not draft him?
I don't.
You don't have a quarterback.
Mason fucking Rudolph.
Yeah, I don't get it, yo.
Come
like,
on, man.
That's like if it's any type of collusion. That's why I kept trying to bring up the black quarterback. The black general manager and the black head coach.
Yo.
Mike Tomlin. If you let them motherfucking people tell you don't draft this dude, fuck you.
He
and
can't,
you from the
though.
757, bro.
He can't, though,
He's
bro.
the head coach. You would
Yeah,
think
but-
him. He got wild respect. He won a Super
Bro,
Bowl.
listen.
Hey, did Deion
Those
get injured
meetings,
during, like football?
those meetings.
I mean, what? Did Deion get injured any?
Yeah,
during his career?
He's suffered just
So somehow
wear
we're
and
still
tear
black.
type injuries.
Yeah, we're still black, bro.
Somehow
But,
we're still black.
but what you talking
Yeah.
about though?
Talking about the
He's
draft
not.
now,
He
but
don't have
somehow
stock
we're
in.
still black.
He don't have stock in those type of meetings, like those owner meetings when it's time to put. Like they gonna listen
they
to
make
him.
that decision?
Yeah, when they make those decisions, they gonna listen. You know.
Now they
all
got a
right,
black
we
GM too.
listen-
You know their GM is Omar Khan. That's
Yo,
the general
but
manager.
If
of the
he
team.
say the
still
wrong
black.
thing, if they thank you, if they
Still a
say,
nigga.
all right, niggas need to know their place. Is what the
All right.
whole thing is about. We
Boom.
get the jobs. Yo, bro,
tied
would you
together.
go?
There you go.
Yo, would you go to your job, right? Like real talk. Like I'm just saying, just because is your boss black or white? Like the dude that own. Okay. So 9 times out of 10,
Actually, they German.
9 times out of 10, he's white.
sometimes they get a like. Sometimes they say some shit, and you'll be like, "Yo, was that?" Like you don't even know. Like, and you can't be like, "Hey, man," you know what I'm saying? Well, what'd you say? Like, so at that point, that's what everybody be talking about.
No, I'm with you. I get you. I'm just.
That-
It's
they-
just funny when Mike Tomlin and the GM Kyle, they was like, "Yo, we gonna get your door," and you know, cause it's the Hines family
No,
that
we're
own
not.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Now we need more ketchup.
Yeah, them niggas said. No,
we're not.
And that's what's fucked up because I respected you, Mike Tomlin, but now fuck
Nah,
you.
I
You
still
know what I'm saying?
respect them, bro.
I can't respect
Look,
them, bro.
You can't be black. You cannot be black and in power and in place and think you're going to empower anybody black.
Right.
You're going to take who we tell you to go, who we going to get, and that's just it. Or we're going to find us another head coach.
Off top.
We don't give a fuck about
That
none of
would've
that
been-
longevity or none of that shit.
You know how nasty that would have been if he'd have drafted him and they'd have fired that nigga like next season.
Immediately.
Yo, they still would have fired Shador. They still would have been like, nah, we don't need you here. They still would, bro. Listen, we're still black.
That's fucked.
As Paul.
Yeah, nah, I'm saying that. Yeah, that's a fact.
No,
That's a
that's
fact.
the
As,
subject says.
yo, we're still black, and yo, let's roll to the next one because we still black on this too.
They never freed us. They just found new ways to own us. In 1712, they created the house Negro, not to be free, but to keep the rest of us in chains. He ate what the master ate, wore what the master wore, and loved the plantation because he got to sleep in the big house.
Their loyalty wasn't to us. It was to power, to whiteness, to survival, at our expense. By the 1900s, they gave them a new name, the Black Boule.
They handpicked scholars, preachers, activists, gave them titles, degrees, and a seat at the table, as long as they never flipped the table. Then came the 1940s. They expanded the program.
Actors, singers, athletes, dancers, all sold the same line. You're special, you're chosen. Just entertain and keep the rest of them asleep.
And it worked. Today, the house Negro wears designer, drives foreign, signs NDAs and million-dollar contracts.
They're told, if black folks get free, you lose the bag. This isn't evolution. It's a polished plantation, run by faces that look just like yours.
We stay dropping knowledge bombs. This is the Unwritten Truths. Our app is dropping soon. Follow us at Black Knowledge Network on Instagram.
All right, so real quick, we've been talking about this shit all day, so it should be quick, fast. We'd all, jump in real quick like we was trying to.
I forgot they was still niggas. That's all the problem.
Yeah, I mean, that part too. I mean, that's the problem though. Like niggas it's like niggas is ashamed to be a nigga. Like you want to be the best nigga. You want to be super nigga, huh? You want to be, I don't want to be, I ain't like them. See, I'm a little bit better, but what you doing to, like, the things you sacrificing to to live that, to do that, to get that. I'm only talking to these few who we talking about the house niggas to make sure that we are brainwashed.
There's a lot of them.
To make sure your own people suffer is what you doing, bro. You are miss whoever you are. So, and those blacks that are in power, I believe that. I believe at the head, I'm gonna find out at the end, the man was black.
Right.
Cause it make a lot of fucking sense. Who the else? You gotta be an old Uncle Ruckus ass motherfuckers too, who really hate your own kind. You don't want them to be like you. You don't want them to have the chance to be better than you.
The spook who sat by the door.
Motherfucker, you goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, yo. Like you said, yeah, like shit, yeah, I can't even. You said it all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's you basically, you know what I'm saying? You turncoat type niggas, you know what I mean? Like, but you're designed to be there. So at a certain point, again, if you know the face of your enemy, whether hidden or not, you know the entity exists.
Right.
We gotta start looking at ourselves and educating ourselves better. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy is saying, if we want to keep it real, like hip hop is poison. Like, I mean, like if we just want to start having some real fucking conversations about what we need and don't need, not all of it, and not what I don't mind people looking for a way out, but like shout out to all my drill rappers, but let's just use that for an example. That is poison. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you dudes is out here shooting shit up, for lack of a better term, unaliving someone, and then creating a song about it. Mm-hmm. And then that's the mantra, and that's the chant, and then y'all in y'all hood screaming this until the other side come through and get their revenge, and then they go make a song about it. And this went from Chicago to New York to Atlanta.
No, I was in England.
Yeah. But I'm just as far as like the violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. The violence was over there too. Yeah. But, just because we don't see the news like that, but just over here from what we see and what we know, like, it just spread like wildfire. So, again, you have to know that the people that they put in place to put that energy out there, like Jimmy said, are the puppets of the world. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because this did come from an original. It was like
it was.
Yeah, it sprouted from original thoughts and original feelings and everything, but it turned into what it turned into, and then again that unseen hand came in and said, we're gonna take this, make it national, make it global, make it worldwide, make this influence infiltrate over here, and over here, and now look what it is. And now it's commercial. Now, if you think about it, drill rap went from YouTube and niggas like, yo, these dudes is wilding, to a commercial shit.
I agree. But I just don't want to focus it just on drill.
It's not. I was just using that as an example of, you know what I'm saying, like the latest thing that they took commercialized and now it's poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy.
Especially for the younger kids to can relate to, because now I don't even think they like drill rap now. That shit is kind of fizzling out.
Yeah. But you know what it is? It's TV shows that are on like Zeus. Zeus Network and shit like that. Like, that's still part of the poison process. Like, we gotta find a way to separate. But
and I hate that I
the baddie shit like but
it's all part of the process, bro.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Everything is
programming.
Everything.
Yo, pause, man. Let's go to the next one.
Yes, indeed.
I am out. I should have rolled another one. I'm sure.
Boy is high.
Nah, I need another one. I said.
Right.
I don't want to roll on camera. Did you roll on camera?
Play on me. Now this one's just some props to your people.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to shout out wifey cousin Antoine Powell Ryland. Got drafted by my arch nemesis of all teams. He got drafted by the Eagles, so a Giants fan. I'm like, oh my God, of all teams. But
what position?
He's a defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Nice.
Okay,
he actually.
They never talk about him.
Yeah, he broke Bruce Smith's record at Virginia Tech. He originally went to Florida, went there for 2 years, and transferred to Virginia Tech a couple years ago. Went out there and did his thing. Was 5th in the nation in sacks last year. Like, he was out there killing them. So shout out to him. You know what I mean? I just want to salute him, the family. You know what I mean? Like,
salute.
I can't say go Eagles because I would vomit right here on camera, but you know what I'm saying?
Have a great career.
Yes, definitely. Salute, man. Like I said, rumble, young man, rumble. Nothing but greatness ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Sack Russell Wilson.
Right. And I'm sure wifey's going to convert.
Say, yeah.
Oh, no, hell no, yeah. I just realized what you said.
Sack Russell Wilson. Like, yeah.
I'm sure wifey's going to convert to a Philly fan, so you just created a
rivalry
in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, salute to you and the family, man. Congratulations, young man, for doing your thing, bro.
Congrats.
Word up, man.
In-house rivalry. That's crazy.
All right, let's move to the next one.
Hey, is this Shadur? Hey, this is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing there.
Hey, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh my God! He's funny!
Y'all want me to teach Snow how to walk right now?
Trey.
Hold on. Here we go. Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Way to go!
No, for sure. Why don't you get up and stand right here? Yeah. There's nothing there.
Way to go!
What does that mean?
What do you say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
You said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Sorry about that. I don't know what that was. It's 50-50. But nobody got this number though.
You don't have that number.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's.
Let you know you still a nigga. Still black.
Hey, yo,
Still black.
again, it's like me and Jim Bossman is on something. It's foul, but it's still funny. But it's like, yo, come on, yo, you can't do that, man. Like, that's foul. Yo. Like,
I'm just mad at the circle. Yeah, he's a funny dude, bro. But I think he need, you know.
That's the greatest prank call ever, though. I'll give you that. That's the greatest prank call.
Yeah,
ever.
that's even better than Brother Tommy. I mean, Cousin Tommy. Steve Harvey Morgan.
The fact
show.
that you did that is
but the access
too far.
I'm just sad at the access of it. Like he just went to, hacked his pop shit and is able to get it.
And to put it into context, his pops is the defensive coordinator for the Falcons, and he hacked his pop's computer and
took Shador's number.
Right. See,
that's funny as hell.
All that for a prank.
And it's funny
could have jeopardized everybody's life.
It's funny because everybody
was watching.
Was like
tuned in.
They filmed it on their side.
Yeah.
And cut the music off. The whole family surrounded the phone.
Damn. I know their family was hurt. Like I got a son. And he's about to go through a situation like that. Like he don't really want to, but I know deep down inside he wants to.
Right.
Because you wouldn't be doing it if you don't want to.
Ain't want to make it to
so it's like if we waiting around, right, and then somebody prank call. This goes back to what I said earlier.
Right. That conversation
that we said offline.
Come on, man.
I'm going to go get some. I'm going to go get this guy.
Gonna put the balls on you.
You know how you gonna feel when you see your son is static because that phone ringing.
Yeah, he's like, hey, mom, hold on.
He think it's this, and everybody in the house hanging out, and everybody start wilding. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you go from here to. Everybody's like, quack.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what you said. That's what they do.
That's what it's going to be. Everybody wait this on speakerphone. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Then it's like, you gotta work harder. See you next time. It's like,
and then you still confused because now you like, you don't even know how they got the number, so you still just confused as hell. Like, wait, what just happened? Oh,
so
that nigga said, I don't know.
Somebody called the New Orleans Saints and asked them if they just called.
It's just real, right?
Like,
now you can be like, Pops.
Like, you see, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, check this number.
Right. Like, part of at the end of the video where they were showing his reaction to it, if you hear towards the end, his brother was like, because he was like, yo, what happened? He was like, I don't know. He was like, yo, how you don't know what happened and you was on the phone? Because he genuinely didn't know. He was like,
he was confused.
Yeah, the punchline.
Yeah, he was just like,
he
was like, yo, what the hell just happened? You said I made it. You calling me, but I gotta wait. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, I'm calling out Deion Sanders.
He said it was 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm calling out prime time right here. As a father, prime time. I need some action.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Jimmy. As a father, with his son,
ain't going
to that next level, soon. Would you come out, because this is happening? Would you come out and say, my son ain't playing for certain teams?
Nope.
Because that can be detrimental. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is, but like, I'm gonna be in his ear, but I'm not gonna be front. Like, I'm not gonna be John Morant Dad. Right. I'm not gonna be that dude. Like, I'm not gonna be front. I'm gonna be next to him. And he probably gonna be like, yo, me and my family decided that we not going. But I'm definitely not gonna be. Nah, look, my son ain't. That ain't like that's too.
That ain't what we doing over here.
Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. And I think that brashness kind of hurt the situation.
I wanted to get your thoughts on this too, real quick. The kid from, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but the kid from Tennessee, the Volunteers, you know what I'm saying, college football. Okay. His pop stepped in before they playoff game and was like, yo, my son ain't playing because I want this amount for the fact that he took y'all to the college football playoffs. So, literally told the college, this ain't even the NFL, this is college. Crazy. Now the fact that they can get paid now, my son ain't playing in this game unless you give him this. So as a father, again, now imagine if he's acting like that there. Imagine that attitude going to, because his son is dumb nice. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that type of shit going to the next level. Like, I think that's what they trying to prevent. And that's, again, when you're the forefront of that, and Deion deserves all the respect that he gets.
Legend. He's
gonna breed the Lamar Balls of the NFL, especially now that these dudes got money. So now I'm coming in with a couple million because my son already made $3 or $4 million in college. I got a couple $1 million so I can talk a little shit. Nah, my son ain't going there. Fuck you. We gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if they trying to get ahead of that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to think, but
fuck you.
If I'm a father, my son just made 15. Like they said, Shador could have potentially made $20 million if he had another year eligibility in college. That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but real talk. Like, with all that being said about it becomes a time for a parent, right, to start letting their child take leadership of their life. Like that part, like that part right there for real, where he's going, like, I want black privilege, right?
Exactly.
I want black privilege. Right. Like, yes, I do. Like, I want to be able to do stuff like that and dictate my child's future. But in retrospect and in reality, you cannot. Right. You cannot, so it comes a time. And honestly, had he fell back a little bit and let this be about Shador, he probably would have stayed exactly where he was at.
Supposed to go.
And he probably would have. Now, that's just my opinion. Yeah. It's not correct.
It played a part, yeah. If we want to keep it real, and like you said, it definitely played a part, yeah.
He's a grown man. He's 21. Just like this dumbass kid who called and pranked. Same age, college kid.
Right.
This is a grown man. Like, we talking about kid. He ain't no fucking kid. He's a grown man.
Right.
Right.
So, privilege or not, and I think what Dion did is what the white privilege male gets away with all the time, dictating what their children's future.
Right.
So he didn't do nothing wrong, but it's a time and a place, and we still black, as you know.
Yeah. Again. So moving forward, I'm glad you said that. This is a prime example to all parents. Prime. No pun intended. Moving forward to all parents. Again, not we. They are legitimately breeding millionaires through these college student athletes. So y'all are going to the next level. Like, it was happening before, but it was kind of hush-hush, so you had to hide the money.
That was real deal.
But now you can just be out there flaunting. So now you got kids with $300,000 watches on going to the draft. Like, you seen Abdul Carter, who we drafted. His pops had the iced out Adidas chain on because he already had NIL money with Adidas. Yeah, so they come into the league with a couple $1 million on them.
I mean,
parents, like Jimmy said, fall back. You might, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, again, it's crazy from high school to college now. You done made it. It ain't even, you damn near ain't even got to wait to the NFL to get those millions now. But like Jimmy said, still let your kid kind of lead that. You know what I mean? Because if not, you could really talk your kid out of a couple $1 million because you're running your mouth.
Facts.
You know
or not even, or going from the first overall pick to going down to the 5th round. And if they're gonna do it to a rich nigga who got clout, you ain't shit. So step aside.
You
and
ain't Dion, nigga.
You definitely ain't prime time.
Like, if my son was a 5-star and he got $7 million to go play for Notre Dame, it was a 3rd pick in the draft. I can't go with there popping shit. He ain't going to play for Arizona.
Why you can't?
I'm just,
he ain't going.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just counting money. I'm at home. I'm in my new crib. Right. I'm in my new car with my new watch.
Yeah.
I got sharks in the crib. I got a shark tank in this motherfucker, man.
Feel me?
Yeah. So just relax, man. Let them do what they do, man, and just relax. Hire a lawyer.
Right.
Hire a lawyer to handle that part, and they'll come translate to you in African American terms exactly what's going on and what that means for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you could do in situations like this.
Right.
Don't say your uncle did, and you just go get somebody who can play their game. Because without that, you just sitting there like, we won $8 million. We don't know what's coming behind that $8 million. What you gave up is like how long, what he's getting, what he can't. He can get fired next week. It's a lot of what's guaranteed out of that $8 million. All right, man. So, anybody? This was really.
Yeah, that was.
I'm mad about the prank though. Like I wish.
Yeah, the prank was wild. That was wild disrespectful. Yeah. Him and Shador should get to shoot the fair.
If he was black, you think he would have got? It would be way more violent.
He would have been a thug. Serious. They would have called him a thug. This thug needs to be charged.
All right, this one's crazy. This happened in Georgia.
Get your ass one, bro.
Man, that was legendary.
Yeah, no cap.
So, real quick, I don't know why he snuffed it. I don't know why he snuffed the teacher or the principal. But I like YNs.
Yo.
One thing I like about YNs though, with direction, them niggas are like the perfect soldiers, for real.
Yeah, like you said, with direction.
With direction, they the perfect soldiers because they love to be led. You know what I'm saying? They just need to be led in the right direction and told who to attack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Moving forward. You want to go in on that one?
I thought you
No, go ahead. You can take off. You look like you was ready to say something.
Nah, I wasn't saying
Oh,
that.
nah. Yeah, well, I mean, I ain't really got too much to say on it. Like, it's...
Right. That is what it is
You
on
see
that.
them. They are out of control.
Right.
Yeah, but we was like, I don't know. I mean, yo, our fights, come on, man. Our fights
You know what it
shut
is?
schools down, nigga.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
feel bad now that I'm older. I feel bad for the teachers now because, no, this is why. You just got snuffed by a child.
He did something wrong. He disrespected him, bro.
No, I mean, whether he did or he didn't, at that point, you know your career's on the line.
Right.
You having to deal with his parents, whatever it is. All that come with whatever retaliation you about to do. So it's like from my POV, if I'm trying to break that fight up and I get snuffed by a kid, what do you do?
I'm fucking one of them little niggas up, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So
Nah,
that's
I'm not
where you see, and I'm with you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they're not gonna snuff me. They're gonna be like, OG, get out the way real quick. You try to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be like,
yeah, but if they don't, then I'm rocking somebody's kid.
Because the YNs are out of control. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tall. I just spread my arms.
Yeah,
out
right,
and,
right.
Because we could take it out of the school context.
I ain't getting hit.
And you know how disrespectful.
Like, snuck or some shit like that. I'm trying to.
Nah, I'm not turning my head away from the
fist.
fist.
He did get snuck though.
Huh?
He did get snuck. You know what I mean? Because
back ain't that. Yo, my back ain't that way. So first of all, I'm not breaking it up. I'm just saying.
But just your job.
Oh nah, I'm not gonna be security for nobody. I was one time. I got fired for watching porn.
Nah, I'm just saying. Even if you work in a school as a teacher, nigga, you can't just watch the students scrap. You got to get in there and be like, oh no, back up off or back off.
Well, we got a bozo that's gonna show what security should do to a motherfucker. We got the bozo today that's gonna show what you need to do to a young nigga that's out of line.
That ain't got no business.
All right, but let's move to the next one. But YNs is they need some leadership. Bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
they definitely do need some guys.
Yeah, but I mean, young bucks are young bucks, bro. Like they don't know, they got all this pent up aggression and shit up in them.
Right.
And that's when they should be left, right, left.
That's why they end up in jail. That's why jail model like the military.
Facts. Let's move on to roll that beautiful bean footage.
Period. One who like to go back and forth with a female. They talk feminine. They use their hands like women, and they're not living up to their responsibility like a man. They whining and shit.
Okay, so if you're wrong about something and I bring it to you, I'm sassy. What you saying?
No, you can bring it to me, but be masculine about it.
So you want me to yell at you?
No, just put a little bass in your voice. Be like direct, but not all loud. And you know, a lot of men get that high pitched voice. So you shit, want, you know, and they don't sound right.
I start with a low pitched voice and you don't listen. Don't go to the high pitched voice.
Don't go to the high pitched voice.
But you ain't listening to the low pitched voice.
If I'm not listening, I'm just not listening. It don't matter if it's high or low. But my thing is, as a man, don't get overly excited with a woman and go back and forth with them, argue them, and then call them bitches and hoes. And
but if you
a real man don't do all that.
I got you. Well, if a real man would correct a woman if she's wrong, if you did some stupid shit, and I tell you it's some stupid shit, how am I sassy because I told you it was some stupid shit?
But they don't say it like that.
No, you ain't listen. Any nigga that blink is sassy. He breathed, he's sassy. You walked, you sassy. How the fuck you wake up today? You're sassy. You pray before you eat food, you're sassy. The fact of the matter is, if you said some stupid shit, did some dumb shit, and I corrected it, and you telling me that I gotta watch my tone, I gotta talk in a no voice like this. The shit you said was stupid. You did some dumb shit. I don't like it. And if I sit there and say it and you pay no attention, now I'm sassy, goddamn, back to the partners with that bullshit. Talk in a low voice, that way we're not.
Listen, man. Sassy or assertive. And it's crazy is like the little chick on there was like, don't be sassy. I'm sassy because I raised my voice. Like you said, Right. If I started down here, I can't help that if by the time you understand, my voice done elevated up to here because we in this bitch arguing now.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I started down here and I was calm as hell when I was like, yo, you know, and like Paul's man said, I just corrected you. Or, you know what I'm saying? I suggested something.
Look, man, y'all need correction. You know what I mean? I'm going to say that y'all do. And we do too.
More than you don't.
Yeah, more than you don't. Like more than we need connection. And our correction, simple shit, to be honest. Like, maybe it's picking up behind ourselves a little more. Maybe it's like, not, like, my timeline's probably going to have a half-naked
Your
woman.
shit's psychological.
Hold on, real quick. Like, my timeline probably going to have a couple of big booty chicks on it, right? But that's my timeline, right? I'm not reaching out to them.
Right.
I'm not that. But those are the things we as men need to work on. A small shit like that. Hey, you forget everything. Like, oh damn, my bad. That slipped my mind. I got so much real shit going on. That's the shit we need to fix. So that sassy shit, you can miss me with that shit.
I hate
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
That's just
all together.
Yeah, it's just the way to kind of avoid the conversation. Because once you call, like, you sitting there talking to your girl and she call you sassy, everything you just was talking about is out the window. Because now this shit is a real argument.
Yeah. Don't you ever out your fucking mouth call me fucking sassy. You hear me?
Oh, he real sassy.
Oh, yo, he real super sassy.
Look at him.
Yo, sassy niggas will slap the shit out of you. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna sass your face.
Yeah, I'm about to. Yo, say it one more time. Say it one more time. I promise.
I promise you.
Yeah, yo.
Oh, man.
That shit is crazy how they say that.
Hey, I told you. I heard a shorty say that it was sus if a nigga falls asleep in the passenger seat while his homeboy is driving.
We talked about that, I think the last time, I believe.
Man, that's just crazy.
But it is crazy. Like, how is that suspect?
No matter what you do.
Bitch, I'm sleepy. Like, what the fuck?
So you comfortable
you sleepy
around
with
niggas.
your homeboy next to you.
Right.
Yeah, I am.
Yes,
I
I'm
went to
comfortable.
sleep. I was fucking sleepy before I got in the
trust
car.
my nigga won't crash.
Right.
And I trust that he'll wake me up if some shit about to happen.
Right.
Period. The fuck? Sassy.
Accused of trying to make it more than anything is what it is.
It is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, one thing they'll do too is like, oh, so you go and hang out with the fellas? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used to do that shit a lot.
Right.
What do we need to
It's a like, oh, so you must be, so you say please. I double dare you as I tighten my kung fu belt and my what you call a Chinese uniform?
My
a
key?
Yeah.
G,
I put my key on at that time.
Komodo,
the
Kung Fu master.
Oh.
Yeah, ladies.
Well, we need to start calling women manly. Or whatever it is that's going to hurt their feelings.
Nah, you sassy for saying that. Because, you got to come back.
Oh, God.
You trying to go back and forth.
Oh, my God. You right. You are absolutely right. I'm sassy for even thinking it.
Right. No bullshit.
Most men are missing out on.
What?
Who care what these bitches think?
You care what your girl think.
I care because I'm straight male.
I don't give a fuck as a grown man. I don't give a fuck if a broad called me sassy.
You would care if your lady
if your lady calls you sassy, she's
I'm not going for that pause, man.
It's not even about sassy at that point. It's just a disrespect. Period.
There will be no disrespect tolerated.
See what I'm saying?
But it's not the art of sassy. You know what I'm saying? That word could have been replaced with anything else.
I've never been called sassy, so I'm just saying.
But if she say, like the girl said in the joint,
for the record,
because
I've never ever been called sassy.
you said something
from my lady.
And the conversation started here, but of course, if it gets elevated, like with any man, you know what I'm saying? Like your voice might get a little elevated if you're getting mad. She said that's sassy. So if your lady stopped you in the middle of you talking and said, you sassy for yelling at me.
And I'm gonna tell her straight up. If you believe that's true, then here's the thing. Doesn't matter how sassy you think I am, you can't whoop my ass. End of the day.
Oh, now it's extra sassy. Okay, I got you.
Oh yeah, that's even more sassy.
What they are, they pokers like mosquitoes.
Now go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk regular
We
to
might have to
them,
bleep that.
just like anybody else from an adult to a child, when you talk to them, they think it's a game. They only take it serious when you let that line roar out. And they want you to put them in their place, but then you sassy for doing it.
I'm like, I normally
don't
tolerate
don't that shit sound crazy, bro?
You can't worry about
That's
that
why I
shit
keep laughing because that shit
women is made of emotions, bro.
And mind you, those
no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're gonna make up something new.
Now, mind you, you could tell those was like 25, 30. They was younger than anybody we would deal with. But it's just hilarious that these young dudes is considered sassy.
Like, I normally don't tolerate this kind of words from people who can't beat me. So shut the fuck up.
Niggas said they can't beat me. They used to say that in
oh shit. Yeah, but you can go to the next one, Paul.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're sassy or assertive.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm definitely assertive.
Being assertive is sassy.
You know what? I'll be whatever the fuck you want to label it, as long as you know what I'm saying, know that you can get my ass.
I just got the dopest video sent ever.
Wish you would. Go over there, man.
Excuse me?
Hey, get your ass down, boy. Don't come walking up on me. Fuck wrong with you?
Bro, let go of me, dude. Let go of me, dude. Bro,
let go of me. Come and get this nigga.
Bro, let go of me.
Don't you ever walk up on me like you did.
That's like the old man from last week. You can't run up on no older dudes, yo.
Wish you would. Go over there, man.
Excuse me?
Get your ass down, boy. Don't come walking up on me. Fuck wrong with you?
Bro, let go of me, dude. Let go of me, dude. Bro,
let go of me. Come and get this nigga.
Bro, let go of me.
Don't you ever walk up on me like you did.
Let me go.
Somebody come get this nigga.
Somebody come get this nigga.
Yo, we were just talking about YNs, though. That was funny because he stepped up on the OG. He didn't expect OG to be like, nigga, fuck wrong with you?
He ain't no YN. He's just a nigga that's young.
Thought he was going to be like the teachers in the hallway.
He's an NY.
He got,
see, what'd you say, Diego?
Thought he was going to be like them teachers in the hallway.
Exactly.
Everybody
he saw the video. He was like, I'm about to do the same thing.
Yeah.
What you say?
Everybody ain't going for that.
Nigga yoked him up like he didn't pay to get in the club, and that nigga got caught.
Somebody come get this nigga. About to Jazzy
Like,
Jeff his ass.
Caught in the club and shit. He got
straight.
Yo, the fact that he said somebody come
get this nigga.
Right.
He was fed up.
He said it because it was the way he said it. Like he said it like after he realized how pitiful this nigga was after his.
Like, this nigga won't even what though.
Let me go.
Nah, he realized,
Somebody come get this nigga.
This nigga about to make me catch a charge,
Before I
bro.
fucking out of
Somebody
bash,
come get this nigga.
That's what it was.
Before I beat somebody's child.
Nah, I'm about to catch a charge.
And go to jail.
Come get this fucking nigga.
Nah,
he just stepped up to me. He did just nigga know what the fuck I did back in '76. I used to goddamn and beat niggas the fuck up for fun, nigga. This nigga gonna walk up on me.
Young nigga.
Like I'm just a janitor, nigga. You can walk up on this shit.
Nah, he's security.
He black completely.
Yo, you know what it
out.
was though, really? The little nigga shit his pants, man. Nigga picked him up, he dropped him. Pow! He like, yo, somebody come get this. Somebody come get this shit here.
But see,
walk up on me.
He saved his life just then because
he could have fucked him.
No. I ain't even gonna say that because right. I was gonna say even worse. That shit didn't happen behind bars because God knows what was coming behind that slap. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause the little nigga like that is only going, it's only gonna end up in jail. And it's much worse coming behind that slap. Like, you wasn't getting sat down, little nigga. You was getting more than sat down after that slap.
He slapped it?
I wish there was another.
It sounded like he slapped it.
I wish there was another.
I heard a
picked the nigga up and just.
I thought he was about to
run that beautiful
He must investigate.
Did a choke slam.
Was there a slap?
Wish you would. Go over there, man.
Excuse me?
Get your ass down, boy. Don't come walking up on me. Fuck wrong with you?
Bro, let go of me, dude. Let go of me, dude. Bro,
let go of me. Come and get this nigga.
Bro, let go of me.
Don't you ever walk up on me like you did.
Strength.
Yeah.
Nigga,
that was a throat grab.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I thought he was about to
a throat smack.
A throat grab.
He definitely fought it and shit his pants. He grabbed his throat like, oh shit.
Yes.
His life came out soul snatched.
Yeah, soul left his body. He thought he was about to be picked up And
he ain't stepping up to no OG no more.
Nah, he learned the valuable
I wish there
lesson
was
about
another
respect.
camera angle from the other end so we could see his face when he
As he
realized
get
how
picked.
real shit got.
Yeah, how strong dude was.
Because you know what I'm saying? Nah, because you
At
can
this
tell he walked up
moment,
on him like he was trying to be tough and
he
shit.
knew
But
he
I
fucked
guarantee you his facial expression changed once the throat grab happened and everything. Like he just realized, oh man, this is nonfiction. You know what I'm saying?
Like how many times you been grabbed by the throat? Like you been like you fight a like I've been in a bunch of fights. I ain't never off top been like the first thing is to be grabbed by like you caught off guard. Like a nigga, like you fighting and a nigga grab your throat, nigga. Like what? Yo, you done for real.
That's why it's mandatory that you have a older brother or cousin 8 years older than you. It can't be 5. It got to be 8 or better because that's when you get a true testament of grown men's strength. Like, because when you try your older brother that's 8 years older than you at 9,
or uncle.
You know what I'm saying, or uncle. When you try one of them niggas at 9, when you 9, 10 years old,
it's futile.
and they 17, you know there's a big difference in the total pole
That's
between.
a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like,
They like,
when you only fucking with niggas a couple years older than you, you don't really know that grown man strength.
Someone when you're like, oh man, am I really this weak?
When you get yoked up for real by your older brother or older
like,
cousin,
what? They like, who?
yeah,
You like, oh, shit.
because they forget that you their younger brother.
Yeah,
Like you done did some
that's
shit
something.
to that point to where they done. Oh shit, nigga! I forgot you was my little brother or my little
That moment
cousin.
when you realize all that big dog and the rest of my friends don't mean shit.
Right.
These niggas.
Yo, you tell them that too.
I
Yo, you
remember-
think you could beat them? You like, yo, I've been dusting
waiting
niggas
for
out
the
out
fuck.
there. I'm
Yeah.
ready
I
for
remember
you,
when I
man.
was
Come on.
15.
They're like, nah, you don't want this,
I remember
man.
when I was 15,
Then you did something
man, my
stupid.
uncle put me in the dope fit.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I ever been smacked that
Turn around and like,
I used to
you
be
about to get it
infamous
now.
for-
They hit you full force, like, wow. You like, oh, rim shot. Oh, yo, you cry.
I used to be
I cried
infamous.
like a baby.
I used to be infamous for being a little nigga slamming the fuck out of motherfuckers and all that. And guess what? My uncle put me in what they call the dope fiend.
Oh, you tried
The
your
dope fiend.
The dope
Shot-
fiend.
We talk about that too.
And once you
Tried your
goddamn it move a little bit, it tightens up even more. You
Yeah. Dope fiend.
You know what I'm saying? And
Either
you
you're
know,
passing out
everybody
or
on the
crying.
block who you done slammed and shit is just sitting there watching.
Oh yeah,
this happen
yeah,
to
oh
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
happy.
Oh yeah.
Don't like how I feel, huh?
See
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Passing
being a
out or
dope fiend,
crying.
You know, that's when I realized
Either-
grown men and then you realize even older grown
Dope
men.
fiend is
They have
crazy.
like this older strength that looks
Yeah.
like by appearance it's not there, but you know what I'm saying? That's what the dude at work was like. He was like, man, you just gonna lift those kegs like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, this guy's like 21, 22. He's like shit, man.
He's struggling.
Yo, but you know what happens with them young niggas? They try like if they see you doing it, they gonna eventually be like trying to outdo you. Because I've noticed that when I work with young niggas like that, and they see me, yo, you could do that, you could lift that. Next thing you know, they're like, nah, I got it for you, OG. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm here for that. Like that's like I think that's a natural thing that needs to happen. That's why like old heads need to be like, eventually.
Into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But see, you see Al, that nigga be like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
this nigga all like 70-something years old. What
Yeah,
the fuck
old
you doing,
niggas,
huh?
fam.
Yeah, old man strength. My
I mean,
grandpa
it's the
was like
longer you've been on this earth.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Of
yeah,
course,
yeah,
your shit gonna be
yeah.
strong. That's why them old nigga
And
all
knowing
four
where to lift
arms.
from.
how to live.
Knowing leverage and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Plus knowing your own body. Pause, man. Like knowing how you can grab things. Yo, but let's jump so we can get the fuck on.
He hurried up and paused.
Yeah, I've been prepared. Now I know
Pause,
when I
man.
say something, I gotta say pause. Okay, so
Alright. Well,
it's topic.
looks like we got a topic going on. And I thought there was 2 topics, so let me go ahead and check my Rolodex while we do this one. But yes, the
Let's go
topic
with the
is
The unwritten truths.
Unwritten truth.
It's another one. It's this new website.
our story.
Our story. Yeah, it's a new.
Who's
It's a
who's
new-
writing this story?
It's
Goes
a,
like this.
This is the unwritten truths, what they never taught us about us. They taught us to start our story with chains. But the truth, we built before we were broken. We mapped stars, carved kingdoms into stone, spoke languages the wind still remembers. They didn't civilize us. They studied us. Then they erased the evidence. Books burned, names buried, legacies stolen, then resold. They said we were savages, but we were surgeons, philosophers, mathematicians, Slavery wasn't our origin, it was their opportunity. They didn't capture people, they captured knowledge. We weren't just taken, we were targeted because we were the source. Chains turned into contracts, whips turned into policies, plantations became prisons. They outlawed our drums, then sold us the beat. They silenced our tongues, then rewrote the dictionary. Black labor built the roads, the railroads, the wealth, but we were never in the photo. They called it progress, but we called it theft. Every war we fought, we still came home to red lines, burned cities, and empty promises. And yet, we still rise, still invent, still build. We are the story they couldn't bury, the bloodline they couldn't break. Now the veil is cracking, now the truth is leaking. And this time, we're the ones holding the pen. This isn't history class, this is revelation. Follow at Black Knowledge Network. The app is coming. This is the unwritten truths.
That beat was stupid.
Yeah, that beat was
crazy.
I
had like 6 bars to it.
Off top already, right?
But you know, I don't want to, because we've been talking about this particular topic all, you know, we still black, right? True.
Right.
But we're not what we're portrayed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they think of us. They control, you know, keeping our mental. I think the mental, because we were talking about like a spell.
Right.
So I think mentally, it's something mentally that we need to do as a people. I'm not going to say, because some people are claim, quote unquote, woke. I don't know if that's a real thing.
Woke folk.
Woke. I don't know if that's a real thing personally.
Recently, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a real thing.
Once upon a time, it was a real thing where
What you
it
would
was
depend.
where there was a good woke. Now woke just pretty much means
Aware.
Certain thing that you're doing.
Enlightened, aware.
So I'm gonna
Terms.
say for me, I'm gonna say unplugged.
True.
Right, because it's
From the
like
Matrix.
it's like you could watch things, you could like certain things, but when you are not in tune with yourself over those things, I think that's where we really blinded at, because you can't look into, once looking into yourself, you're gonna look at your neighbor.
Right.
You're gonna look at your peer, you're gonna look at your brother, you're gonna look at once you truly look at yourself and find out you and your purpose and what you and your happiness. Right. And, realize all that. Then you could help your brother. Then we can help each other. So, as far as our story, I know, on my personal opinion, who we are, who we truly are. Ain't no religion gonna be able to tell me otherwise. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me what I should wear or what I should like or not should like. I make these choices myself.
Right.
So I just, our story, find out to you what, what you believe your story is.
Right. And just like going back, we was talking about the veil being broken and just knowing things for what they are. Like, that's one thing I hope. I'm really concerned. Not even concerned. I just, I don't know. Again, like we need to get there now. As far as like understanding what's going on, what's happening, the shifts that's going on in this world that we living in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really getting ahead of that, because
right.
Like you said, there's this energy and this lie, this whole thing that's been, Malcolm said it best. We've been bamboozled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you can't say it no better than that. You know what I'm saying? So now that we know that, it's on us. We responsible to shift that. You know what I'm saying? And like that, I guess that's what I was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Right. But I guess it's on us now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more excuses for nothing. We know this, so we can't let this. And you can insert whatever you want right there as far as what you know and what you know is wrong.
Right.
Stop us from doing this. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
yeah.
I just feel like they drop it out there because now, yeah, you can know. You know, you can finally know the truth. Yeah, but you stuck within this system right here. You know, so it don't matter what you know because you do not possess what you need to possess to be the superhuman or super, being that you are.
Yeah.
You know, we controlling this still,
Yeah.
regardless of how woke you think you fucking are.
Yeah.
You don't have to be woke or unawoke for them to block your ass up, or do anything to you or whatever.
Take you out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Take you off the map. You want to talk about this or that, really exposing the truth, okay. You can't beat us.
Because they do it in front of you. They do it right in front of us. They done took out plenty of them.
It's like I said earlier, call me as sassy as you want, but you can't whoop my ass.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, they might not. They could take us out.
Right.
I believe that. Yeah. Our story though, man.
I mean, yeah, like again, like going back to that, like.
Yo, let me get that.
It's just one of them things. We got the. It's just one of them things. Unfortunately, like Diego said, we know the game, we know the system. It ain't our system to play in, but we stuck in it for now. So if we not gonna come together collectively to break ourselves out of it,
come on, man.
We gotta teach our children and our future the right way to play in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one or the other.
We gotta teach them how to conquer it. We gotta come together and conquer this in order to get past
this.
Because this is what has a hold on us for us being over here. You know what I mean? The way all the laws set up and everything is set up to make it hard for us to, do anything. Right. Even you, nigga, you trying to go overseas. You trying to, hold on. We gonna need this. We gonna need whoop, you know what I mean?
Better not owe no taxes.
Right. You can only be over there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You can't go over there. You just can't move over there without letting us know. You can't,
What's that? You get a 6-month visa and then it's gonna expire.
Right. You got to check in, nigga. You know what I mean? No matter what you got going on, you better check in. You still belong to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still belong to us. You still a nigga.
And we just go for that. And that's what's messed up. And I know we got to get off of this shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, it's
the way it's set. We got to conquer the system.
There's no way.
You gotta tear it down.
Well, I ain't gonna say that, Jimmy. Especially some of the things we spoke about. I know what you're saying. There's no way, but we spoke about what we needed to do. But I get what you're saying. Whereas, is niggas gonna do that? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta burn down the kingdom.
Yo, we've always talked about this.
When I say that, y'all just be like,
yeah, but you convinced me. You convinced me because it's like this. I'm gonna tell you why you convinced me though. I'm gonna tell you why you convinced me though.
I'm saying there's a long shot for niggas to get on the same page.
And that's the problem. See, but to me, that's the problem.
Brought that back, pause, man, because that was that one specific thing that we was talking about. Not overall,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
I hate that you brought that back.
The problem that
call
happens,
back from a couple episodes.
Yes,
ago,
but we as a people, we don't have the same voice.
Right.
So as long as we don't have the same voice, it's Tom Cruise Mission Impossible Part 12. Like, Revolution sounds great.
Right.
But
I'm choosing
there is a nigga somewhere who like, man, fuck this, just pay me, man. Put me in the Matrix like that.
Right.
And look, I'm not.
Nigga, like, I don't want to
I
hear
can't share my information because what happens is you share information on what you're trying to do. All your information has been infiltrated because such and such or somebody who is just going, and it's too many niggas who just don't believe. They scared.
Sure, niggas go nigga.
Because that's what I was just about to ask you, like, when you said it's hopeless. I was just sitting here thinking, and I was like, damn, like, you almost like, I'm 80% agreeing, right? Because let's just say you built up a nation of 5 million people that followed your word. Everything you said, they how many of them motherfuckers you can really trust?
That's what I'm saying.
I said that.
when it's time to jump off, especially in this era, it ain't like back when Genghis Khan had a million motherfuckers ready to die with axes and swords
that's what
and
I'm
shit.
saying. Trust them to do what?
I don't know. Are we in them times? Like,
trust them to do
take
what?
guns out the equation. I think we can do it. But I know we can't. But I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why people were more willing to ride out. Yeah, because if it was swords and
Good question. Diego said, "Who we fighting?"
Word against word.
Niggas that look just like us. Because
once you start clashing,
that's what they said it to us.
Yeah, but once you start, I would feel like Jimmy said, there's gonna be people at the top that we would have to remove just because they already been infiltrated. So we know they misleading us in the wrong way. So we got to take them out. But they have armies. So we got, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yo, not only do they got armies.
Whatever.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what they got. They got niggas on the block that for 50,000 will erase our whole family.
I'm gonna say a name, and I'm gonna say this name the opposite.
Yeah.
This is one of these people I'm talking about.
Remember I said they always got the bread to where if they want to, they could just infiltrate our people, whatever. You're like,
That's
you gotta
it.
have more faith in our people than that, man.
I told you several conversations we've had about unity have decided to change my mind about trusting niggas.
These are one of these people.
God.
Yeah, I'm talking about. We got
See,
a
that's
bum
the thing.
rush.
Now,
God.
I'm the one with hope, and y'all motherfuckers ain't
Nah,
got nothing.
I got hope that niggas gonna do what they gonna do and let me
I
down.
have the hope that there's a possibility
That's
that we can get this shit right.
People
It's
like-
slim
I mean,
what are we
I'm
getting
like
right,
that
though?
too now,
Unity.
but
You
now
gotta
I'm
get
just
right shit.
selective.
I'm with that though.
I'm just selective of who
Niggas-
I put that on.
Right.
Now. You know what I mean? Because just because you cool with somebody,
exactly,
you know, don't mean that I could put that on you because you
can't.
They're an agent in the Matrix.
You can't.
Exactly.
My point exactly.
They gotta be a genuine situation.
One of your back. Boom.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's scary, man. They'll say, "Hey, Jimmy takes insulin. Here's what I need you to do. When you go to his house, you're hanging out. Just take the bottle of insulin out the refrigerator. Just put this one in."
And you know what? The sad thing about it is
1 million.
The reason why.
Off top.
The
Yo,
reason
nigga, like
why-
I'll do it.
The reason why
I ain't
is
like him
because
anyway.
We keep playing in that shit.
Yeah, nigga that
like
likes
the
you.
like if
My
we
dad was
if
my
we don't
nigga.
participate in the world where currency means something to us, if we don't, you know what I'm saying, to where we erase all that, then they don't have anything to hold over our head because we could just take. But even then, it'll be chaotic until we form some type of
new
situation.
society.
Buy from people that look like you. Everybody will have some. Yo, somebody.
Nah, once you tear it down, the system that's in place now,
There is no tear it down.
Everything needs to be torn down.
Won't even be
so
no buy.
you have to
Buy with
rebuild
what?
from scratch.
Yo, y'all saying tear it
Buy
down.
with what? Dollars?
It's not paper. Like, how we gonna tear? Like, it's not Fight Club. We not tearing down credit building. Like, how there is no way to tear down this conglomerate when they live on the other side somewhere of the ice wall.
On the ice wall.
And they're playing chess with this
That's
world.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's no way. It's
We
nobody.
need to all
It's not
put
saying
our
no way.
money together
Just
and
slim
just
situations.
go
You know what I'm
beyond
saying?
the
Just
ice
enjoy
wall.
living here under the firmament.
Why?
So is it?
Slim situations. Got to find a way to control the army.
We need to put our money together and go beyond the ice wall.
That's it. You have to control the army.
That's
First
a
thing you
possibility.
Do, first thing you do
You
is
could tour it with a certain amount of money.
eliminate
Nah,
the
not tour. We need
eliminate
to-
Congress, eliminate the Senate.
Now you got to legitimately be a certain status to go.
Schmimmerly.
You gotta change. Bro, because if they see you pull up in your little boat, ray gun,
we still recording, so you
What
can
you
go
say?
back and always edit
What
that.
you say?
I can't even repeat what he just said. I
Pause.
promise you, I crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you off camera. I'm gonna
Nobody
remember.
can prove to be.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna.
Oh, he's
So-
gonna edit that part out. He's gonna have to because that shit is
I'm
not.
saying that-
They gonna be knocking on
Pause
the
back.
door.
Pause
I'm
back.
not saying what we're
Pause
doing.
master.
I said what would have to be done in order for this to work.
What'd you say happened?
Nothing.
It's- We'll say it on
talking about again.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying?
It was nothing pause-worthy, trust me.
I don't mind.
It was nothing pause-worthy.
I don't want to jeopardize
It was more
podcast.
somebody's going to come knock on the door and say, hey, somebody with shades and a dark tinted vehicle. Hey, you want to come out here and talk to us?
Who was Pause Man?
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. If
they already know through AI.
They know who you
AI's
is. They're
like,
going to be
probably,
like, that door going to open you like, we're going to need you to come with us.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
They're like, oh, it is him.
Right.
We got him.
Yeah.
Oh,
yo, they're going to say something flagrant on purpose.
All the time, he's like, yo, pause.
They're like, come with us.
Pause.
Yep, it's him. Book him.
Yeah, he did it in a group.
Book him. It's him. That's Paul, man.
The other day when you were talking about Congress.
Yeah, that statement you made about Congress. You want to repeat that again?
Yeah, what did you actually mean?
Yo, let's go to the next one, man.
Oh, shit.
What's your intentions?
I was going to say we were... I can't say shit. Watch what I say. I was going to say long-winded at first, but...
He can't even say that.
So, final topic.
Yeah.
Pressure busts more than pipes.
Pause.
Why does a man feel like he has to sleep with a lot of women to feel like a man?
It's promoted. I mean, I remember when I lost my virginity, I was with my cousin. We were driving to the store. He says, hey, I'm going to stop by my girlfriend's house. And I believe I was, 16 at the time. We go in the house, and she has a little sister who was very cute. So he goes in the room, and he's having sex. And me and her little sister are talking. When they come out, we get in the car. My cousin's driving. He says, hey, did you have sex with her? I'm like, no. He says, did you kiss her? I'm like, no, I just met her. He was like, you a virgin? I'm like, I haven't had sex before. When we pull up into his house where all my uncles were, my cousins and my mother, he yelled out, hey, Jason's a virgin. The entire house erupted in laughter. So when I looked around at my mother, she was laughing. It made me angry because here it is. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought this was...
Why does a man feel like he...
The way I didn't know I had to just have sex with a woman that I don't care about for me to be validated as a man. But that's the culture. That's like the initiation into manhood. As soon as I got back to Detroit, I called a friend who knew a girl who liked me, and I went over the house because I knew I could have sex with her real quick and I can get this stigma up off of me. I didn't even care about her. I had no emotions. I did it because this was what I was taught as a man. You're not a man if you're faithful to one woman, and you're not a man if you're a virgin. So that day I lost my virginity, my mindset shifted. All you can be is strong, provide, or be promiscuous. And this is your identity. We hide behind the suits, the cigars, the cars, the jewelry, the watches. Inside that home, there's a man depressed, on the edge, and possibly suicidal.
Yeah. And it's like, he says some real shit, you know what I'm saying? And I know, like, it's funny to think about it, but at the end of the day, it is something, whether it's trauma, I don't know what it is, but like he was saying, like the pressures of that we put on ourselves back in the day, like, oh, you a virgin, aha. Like, I remember getting laughed at, and I was only 12. And I'm like, nigga, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, like, we was doing what we was doing at 12, but I ain't getting no pussy at 12 years old. I'm gonna keep it real. So, I'm getting laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
I was a player a little bit.
At 12, you was fucking?
I penetrated at 13.
No, that's what I'm saying. At 12, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I was finger popping.
Now, I'm saying, I ain't saying, yeah, if you did, you did. I'm saying, I just, like I said, I know I wasn't fucking at 12.
When I was coming up, and we stuck it in.
See, but okay, now imagine... Did you even know what you was doing?
No,
like,
I did.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
But pussy, we thought that we was goddamn it grown-ups.
Right. But you felt like this is what I need to be doing, and now
I didn't even know what busting a nut was. I thought my dick was falling off.
And you laughing at the niggas that didn't do what you just did.
Shout out to Niasia.
And that's what you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like,
but that was a culture.
I'm gonna say that.
And that's what he was speaking on, like the pressure of.
I want to shout out to Niasia.
I
don't like nobody will ever like. You'll never figure this out.
Right.
No, I mean, hold on. Listen. No, she wasn't.
What?
See, you guys.
Wait, what just happened?
I don't have to say anything about that. I'm just saying
anymore, but when you got it.
I mean, I just want to shout that out because that was my first.
Okay.
I'm shouting that out because that was my first.
Shout out.
Shout out to Naija, right? And it wasn't a big deal about it because she was everybody's first in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, seriously, you know how it was back. Come on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, like she was your girlfriend for a week, somebody else's, and then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's how it was when we was young. But, like, that first time, I'm going to tell you something funny because I talked about this before. Like, when you've never, like you've never, like, so the first time I ruled to the moon, bro, I was like,
yeah.
Yo, this is
I thought my dick was falling off.
Yo, this is the greatest. I ran out the room, bro. I was scared. Like, I was like,
did not do that.
Yo, I did. Because I was like, yo,
I did not do that. I did check to make sure my dick was still attached, but you know what I'm saying? It was like the craziest, scariest, yet awesomest thing ever. But I didn't know anything about anything, so in thinking back,
really,
I didn't pull out or nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. When I was a kid, I walked in on my mom's goddamn watching a porno. That's how I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yes.
And I didn't know shit about shit. I thought you were supposed to just hump the bitch until you got tired of doing it and then pee on her at the end.
Right.
That's what I thought. You know
that's
what I'm saying? So I didn't know what was happening.
That's what I said.
What was happening to me.
Yo,
I was like, oh,
that's
shit.
what I said. I started to, like, I thought I was pissing, so I got up and I ran to the bathroom, right?
I did not get up and run to the bathroom.
Shorty said, no, come here. I'm
Shorty
said,
I came there already.
Shorty said, come here, let me show you what to do with it. And I was like, what? That's why I said shout out to her, because that was mad early. She was taking, like, she took it all off, like, she cleaned all of it.
But that's puppy water, though. That ain't motherfucker.
I mean, it was a lot. Yo, but when you young, though.
I didn't know shit about nothing. I didn't have a condom, nothing.
Right.
It was just, hey.
Yeah, me neither. But when you're young, though, you could go multiple times. So when I came back and she cleaned it, the second one, like you said, was in her. Like, you don't know no better at these times. So, like, it was like 3 times. Like, because when you young, it's like, that nigga's ready to go all the time.
And hearing shit about condoms, and you're like,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you something that'll disturb you. And this is...
Stay strapped.
And when I say this, I want y'all to follow me. I'm not imagining mine doing it. I'm just saying it in the sense of this is what the perspective it puts you in. Now, these ages that we talking about.
Let's not talk about this.
Imagine.
Shut up. You're about the kids.
Yeah, just looking at a child at that age at this moment in your life. That shit is wild to even think that. The shit if you look at a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old right now, a 10, 11-year-old, and you look at them and you be like, God damn, we was that young with a mind state like that. Like, that shit is bugged out.
Yeah. Right. They got this, though.
And it makes it worse because
they didn't have to get no
and that's what's crazy.
They didn't have to sneak the porn stash.
They got them and sneak nobody's VHS tape and wait until it's gone. None of that shit.
Rewind it, wait for your scene to come on, and then play it and get your bullshit shit together.
You put it right back to the same party was at.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So they didn't have to
shout out to the old school.
They didn't even have to goddamn it try to flip the channel 58 and 57 fast as hell. Just to see that little flip.
It's either gonna be a lot of grapers or a lot of kids that don't want any. It's one or the others. It's either gonna be a lot of them. Yeah. It's either.
I'm slow.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in this generation coming.
Right.
No.
Because this right here is creating a nasty society, yo.
It is. And you don't have you don't.
Land of perverts.
Yo, we got told no. You know, we got told no. They're not taking no's.
No,
like,
right.
Nah, ain't no no.
Nah, bro.
Holy shit.
Yo, ain't no no. Fuck you
Nigga said nah.
That ain't how this work.
Nah, for real. Nah.
Bro.
I just saw on my phone. Dude walked into the store and he bust her down in the front. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, bust me down right here.
Nah, pause. I was on World Star the other day. It was a nigga. And the comments made it even funnier. I seen the cereal jacker. Pause.
Oh yeah,
birds. Yeah, the white. Yeah.
Oh man, it's disgusting because it's like, yo, how you already ready to go?
That's what I'll be wondering when it comes to these cereal jackers. I remember pause, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't
yes,
pause. This whole conversation.
No, I said pause.
Right. Yeah.
No. But once upon a time, you know what I'm saying. I was in DC in a constant station, and. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just started everybody just started swarming down the goddamn hallway. And I was like, what the fuck going on? And they were like, yo, this nigga just nutted on this bitch neck. And I'm like, what?
What?
So I'm like, how were you sitting there? Were you sitting there concentrated? Like, how did
focusing?
Like, there is no more of a direct hit. Like, you gotta time that and everything for you to just, because the way it was described, he ran up on her, pow, and then hauled ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm
that nigga was prepared.
That nigga was ready. Like,
yo, he was just sitting on the side, like, okay, here it comes. That nigga just ran around the corner.
You psychopath.
For
you to be able to do that.
He's a masturbator.
Well, the master of all batters.
That might be the name of the episode. Master dash hyphen master.
I'm like, how was you ready, bro? Like that doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like,
that shit is wild.
Nah, you niggas are sick if you
walking around in the hall ready, nigga.
Like you ain't with a loaded gun. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. How you ready to go?
Niggas cocked and loaded.
I've never understood.
What's even creepier than that is how do you make your selection? Like, oh, it's gonna be her.
Cause you're a fucking weirdo, bro. Nah, he's probably just on porn. He's on Pornhub. Like, oh shit. And then there she goes. Like,
yeah, but
and then as a bystander, and you see that.
You just
what is your initial like? You ain't even nowhere close to it. Like, they say you was just
your initial reaction is, how the fuck was he ready?
Yeah.
Yo, cause people are weird though.
That's what it was like. It's like, how the fuck? What? Like what?
Nah, the initial reaction is. Well,
you see this bitch start
exactly.
I don't know.
You don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
What Dave Chappelle said? My skin is burning. What he say in that comedy special?
It was funny because they had the bitch all wrapped up in the blanket like she had just been super violated and shit.
I mean, that is
Dave
super
Chappelle
violated.
said it when he was on the
I
train.
know. He was in the day with wipe it off. And they wrapped this bitch in a blanket like she was a goddamn fire victim.
Yeah.
My skin is burning.
Fact.
I
remember that. The Dave Chappelle joint on Netflix.
Yeah, when he said he was on the train and the bum flick come on.
Yeah.
No.
He said my skin's holy shit. Oh, yo, me and that bum gonna die, yo. We going straight through that window, yo.
Now that
I'm going. I'm going in.
Now that situation,
bro. Yeah.
Hey,
you touched me in way, shape, form, or fashion that you were. I
seen the joint on Facebook where it was like a bum situation like that where nigga was like, nah, I don't got nothing. And the bum kept pressing it. Was like, nah, come on, man, woo, woo, woo. So the nigga snapped on the bum and just roasted his ass, and in mid-roast, the bum just stuck his finger
in his mouth?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yo, you just got infected, bro. You just got a throat infection, bro.
Stood back, because the shock in the nigga face was just so crazy.
The Walking Dead virus.
For real.
Yo, and that nigga was like, yeah, nigga, what that taste like?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
all I wanted was $1.
Yo, at that point, yeah, I'm doing time. He say that shit to me too, like, yeah, I just
I'm in tears.
Syphilocious ass. Astronomicus.
Like, yo, that situation.
I just gave you syphilimidia.
Yeah, for real, bro. You don't know where that figure been. Like, you don't know where the fuck that shit
You know where it's been.
You know where it's
You know where it's not been.
That's the thing.
With some motherfucking
Because you can whoop this nigga ass, but you delaying going to get that hepatitis shot. So do you go straight to the hospital? So, I mean, you got to make a decision. You either fuck this nigga up
and I already know that Jimmy's gonna definitely not approve, but I'm gonna have to kick him in the nuts and run the goddamn.
You got to get that shit.
You have my approval.
You got to get that shit immediately, my nigga. Yeah.
Hey, look, because
you got to go. You got to just start
rubbing.
rubbing.
And beat him up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're taking too long. Yeah.
I'm gonna kick him in the nuts and I'm gonna have to run and get that.
And you taking the risk of entering from another part because you ain't got no gloves, so you got to. You might punch him in the mouth and his teeth might nick your knuckle. You see what I'm saying?
First of all,
you got to think about these things.
What's under the fingernail? First off,
he might scratch you.
All you see is goddamn it.
Doo-doo.
Smoke right.
But when you don't punch them in the
then he bleed. He got open wounds.
That's some shit that'll make that lip be.
And then you know the nigga, they shit already be fucked up. So you punch him and then you pull back and one of his teeth is stuck in your. Oh, now you know. Yeah,
you got a bum bump in your throat.
You got to get a tetanus shot.
This is how
rabies shot.
The zombie apocalypse.
You know, like you said.
Yeah, you gonna have a bad.
Yo, leave them dudes on the train. Leo, give them $1, man.
Just leave them alone. Because you got to make a decision: fight them or go get the tetanus shot.
You know the nastiest shit about all of this? If one of these bum niggas got $40, there's a bitch that'll fuck the motherfucker.
Yeah, for that same 40.
And then you niggas is going right to that bitch right after.
You know what's nasty? You saying that. You know we can record that shit and put it on Pornhub and make millions.
Yeah, just name it Hobo Gets Down.
That's what's that's where we at in society. We can
got the title you thought about.
No, you're
people are watching it. People are watching.
That's what I mean.
Whole life cameraman. And you're sitting there trying to get angles.
Nah, we just putting the phone. Y'all sitting right here, yo. I'm gonna set the tripod up.
Angles of bums.
Nah, one of them is a bum. The other one's a sex salesman.
Holy shit.
Syllable bum.
Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, we need to wrap this shit up.
That's disgusting. Yeah, because
that's the key. That's the message of the show. You need to wrap everything up.
Wrap everything up.
Or stay faithful.
And
fingers should have been
I just want to say this because we didn't really speak on them.
It's hard to do, but it could be done.
Shay, you wildin'.
Yeah.
Oh man. We didn't even take.
That's what I said. We didn't really speak on
for this nigga.
Nah, because 3 gonna turn to 20. But go ahead.
Take off. Pausby. I mean,
yeah.
I ain't gonna say. But my thing is this.
I don't even like that nigga.
I feel bad for the brother. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's stupid. He's stupid. Like, I believe that he's into that weird BDSM shit. He probably said all that shit in character and all that. I get that. But it don't look good. And it was so obviously a setup in every way that you would dumb fuck for walking into it. And it's like in no situation ever, it don't matter if you're in character, BDSM, or anything, in no situation ever as that big of a black man do you ever say anything about choking a white little girl.
Come on.
Ever. No situation ever. Because you are still a nigga.
Left a paper trail.
Still black, buddy.
Still a nigga.
Still a nigga.
So
Way to bring it back.
You niggas wanna.
As innocent as he may be, he guilty.
He choked somebody?
He said he was going to.
He said, I'll choke her in public.
Yeah.
He said it in a text message. Because she was like, I wouldn't want you to choke me. He was like, I'll choke you in public.
And it was audio.
BDSM shit.
It was audio.
And remember, it was audio
also,
too.
and that didn't sound really good, but the audio was so obviously doctored.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was obviously saying things just to set the nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Like, on
niggas is dumb.
But he was a dumb fuck for it. And then on top of it, even if you are innocent, you did the most guiltiest shit you could possibly do ever. And that's offer a bitch $10 million? Right. To shut the fuck up?
That was crazy.
Like, that's your...
Yo, niggas...
Who's his publicist?
Yo,
Who's his...
real talk. See, that's what happened when niggas try to do white people shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, bribery, niggas ain't too good with bribery. Like, niggas in the history of niggerdom.
Because now you done got recorded bribery.
Right. Like, nigga, how many niggas got away with a bribery scheme? Like, most niggas got away.
Well, the beauty of niggas who got away with a bribery scheme is we don't know about it. That's the beauty of it. Because they got away with it.
But niggas televise everything else. I'm sure they would have been like, yo, Pookie and them. Like, somebody would have told a story of a getaway. I'm just saying, people I know, everybody I know try to do a kidnap or a bribery or anything of that nature, they get caught.
Yeah.
Rob a bank.
My thing is like, yo, you just dumb. Like, even if you innocent of all of this, you guilty as fuck, bro.
You thought he was above it.
You guilty as fuck.
I'm Shannon Sharp.
Any kind of paper trail, like even like you say, even if that's your thing,
you too big and black of a John Coffey looking motherfucker for you to goddamn it be saying that kind of shit about choking white bitches.
So all he said was, "I'll choke you in public."
No, that's,
I mean, it's more than that.
It's more than that. It's audio. But that's just a no right there. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking to a 20-year-old white girl and you're like a 50-something-year-old black man, who
that's
looks like John Coffey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. She's 19 years old. Yeah.
So
when it started,
but what's wrong?
So
with
he on the hot
19's
seat.
an adult. Though.
It's an adult. It's an adult. But here's the thing. It's really about character.
Because you about to walk a fine line, bro.
She is an adult. She's legally an adult.
It's an adult.
It's an adult.
Yo, Chris Collinsworth said.
Is she 21?
Chris Collinsworth said on one of our bozos, the 18-year-olds might have the money fall out my pocket.
I can take a dick. You feel me?
I like him young.
True or false? If you're old enough to die for the country, you're old enough to take a dick, right?
I'm not.
See, that's why I said it's a.
I don't know.
Females.
It's a. I guess it's a moral thing because I'm with you, but then it's disgusting for me to look at somebody that age, that when I know my niggas got daughters that age.
That's us though.
It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me. I think it's weird. I think that I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it is what it is. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. I think the weirdness comes in when it's somebody that you've actually known as a child.
Facts.
Or somebody that you've seen growing up. If you met a bitch and she was 19 and you just so happen to be old as a bitch and, hey, if that's just how it swings your way, then, hey, that's on you. I ain't got no judgment. You old enough to
that's your business.
But if you watch this bitch and she was 15 years old.
That's different. I ain't talking about that.
And then you waited and she turned 18 and 19 years old and like, oh, I remember you from back in the day.
I ain't talking about that.
That's what's going on.
That's weirdo shit.
I know somebody.
That's weirdo shit.
Like
that.
I ain't talking about that.
It's different.
But I'm saying,
you never met this bitch, you don't know this bitch, people's nothing like that, and you got them it, hey. You want and why Stella could get a groove back and Marcus can't.
Marcus love young bitches.
I guess because
she ain't even 21 though.
Huh?
She ain't even 21.
You ain't gotta be 21
She's
to
fresh
die
out
in this country.
but
she's fresh out of high school.
But it is weird, like how you gonna get with somebody that you technically help raise?
Or you ain't gonna help raise them. Just for you to have even known
No.
He
didn't know her.
Even if you just known him as a child.
He didn't know.
Even if you just known him as a child, that's just weird. Like
he still got fair game. He still got fair game. She's 19.
When you that old.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There's old motherfuckers who's with young chicks, and I think nothing of it. But then there's old motherfuckers with young chicks who I think is kind of weird with. Like when it came to Marcus Houston, like nigga, you've known this bitch since she was a kid, and you got them waiting for her to grow up and marry her. That's fucking weird, bro. Like. If I ain't never met this bitch, I don't know this bitch peoples or nothing like that, and she just so happened to be 19.
How long have you been liking her? You've been watching her like,
you know what I'm saying? Then, hey, it is what it is. These are both two legal consenting adults.
Now,
everybody's cup of tea and everybody's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's some 35-year-old bitches that look like they're 18 years old.
This is where it becomes weird,
that look like they're 27 years old.
I get what you're saying, but this where it becomes weird in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about something 2 years ago. Her 2 years ago puts her at 17 years old.
I know. That's why I say it's weird. Because
you see what I'm saying? So it may be legal. That's what I'm saying. Even as a dude, I feel like at 57...
You're literally saying what I just said, though.
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, I feel the moral thing in it still, it just doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she can reminish and her 2 years ago puts her at a place where she can't be touched.
There's a reason why naturally
morally
older dudes
wrong,
are attracted to young chicks, and there's a reason why younger chicks are attracted to motherfucking older dudes.
Correct.
It's nature. I know that we decided as Western civilization to put numbers on everything, and that's cool. I'm down to buy it, right? Because I'm not attracted to children. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is that everybody don't look at that line the same exact way. Everybody, some people look at that line as, hey, that motherfucker 18, that motherfucker's fair snatch.
Yo, Biggie said,
I feel like
grass on the field.
I feel like fair game is.
No,
I feel like
I know that.
you feel like it's fair game. That's cool, but to me, it's weird if you've known this motherfucker as a fucking child.
Facts.
That's weird to me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, even if you don't know, even to me it's weird. Like I said, if okay, I'll say it like this. I even take 2 years off of it. Let's say 10 years. You go back 10 years, and that puts that person in single digits.
40 something, and you were,
and she was single digits. That's crazy.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Until she wasn't, depending on whose point of view you're looking from.
Right.
See, I don't think there's a right in that situation.
Because how y'all know it wasn't her? Wait until she growed up to get him.
But see, here's the thing. See, everybody likes to try to throw the pedophile.
We're not throwing the pedophile.
It's not a pedophile. Honestly, because ain't nobody a child.
They waited until.
No, that's the weird part that makes it sound weird pedophilia to me. But if you just met somebody and they're 19 years old and you just have to be into them, to me, I'm gonna tell you right now.
How you know even get that? How you even get into it?
How you even get?
That's what I'm saying.
How do you?
Your conversation shouldn't even. I'm gonna be honest with you.
How did you end up talking to?
I'm gonna be honest with you. There is no way in hell that a mother and maybe I ain't gonna say no way in hell because everybody think differently, but I'm gonna sit here and say that in my mind, a motherfucker don't stop being attractive just based on what age you become. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker bad and a motherfucker bad. Now, whether they want to stay silent and keep it to themselves, that's one thing. But if a motherfucker bad, a motherfucker bad. If the bitch is 19 and she bad, and y'all know y'all done seen a badass 19-year-old bitch.
Facts.
And had no idea that she was 19, by the way.
See,
But I'm just saying that, but you know that you would naturally get attracted to this motherfucker. There's a reason for that.
But
you know what I'm saying? Because it's nature.
You could tell, right. And if you're in
right.
tune, then you can tell this is a young ass person. So if you're older, like you just have no business there because there's no faking that, regardless of what a female has going on. Mm-hmm. You can peep. It don't take but a second to tell whether this woman is young or older.
It also depends on where said older dude is at in his life. If an older dude is in his life and he wants to motherfucking retire and everything, he's not gonna find no old bitch who can't give him no kids. He's gonna find a young chick who can goddamn produce children. That's what older dudes do.
So is that what he's trying to? But that's not what he's trying to do.
I'm not saying that's what he's trying to do.
At least gotta be legal.
Exactly. And he's making that known. So
exactly. He's just trying to smash.
So we can't put that. But we can't put that. But we can't. Like he ain't looking for.
No. I'm not talking about Shannon Sharp in this situation. Okay. In this situation,
just the age gap.
I'm talking about when people are talking about older dudes smashing younger chicks.
So what's wrong with getting a 29-year-old?
Huh?
What's wrong with getting a 29-year-old?
29-year-old.
As opposed to a 19.
As opposed to.
Let's take out.
Let's put it. You want to hear the sad truth? You want to hear the sad truth? The sad truth on what the difference is. A 19-year-old is more impressionable. Easier to get.
On who?
Easy to get.
Exactly.
Easier to get than a goddamn 29-year-old.
Okay.
It's just the facts.
So
it doesn't make it wrong.
No, I mean it kind of does.
No, it doesn't because everybody doesn't.
Yeah, because
no,
now
you're manipulating at that point.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't because a chick, you know what I'm saying? If you're an adult and you can goddamn make your own sound decisions, if you can choose to be manipulated, that's still on your own accountability. Everybody isn't built the same. Some people are fat, ugly, don't have no chance.
You know why I say I can't do that, Paul? Just my only rebuttal to that is because that's like saying this. The day our daughters go from 17 to 18 on that birthday,
a 52-year-old
they're grown enough to where if a grown man manipulates them, that's on them.
And guess what? Legally, they are. That's why they do that. Legally, they are.
But legally, to who?
Going to grown-up jail after 18. Legally, your ass can go into the army after 18.
Yeah, we understand.
All you can't do is go in the club and get some smokes. That's it. Until 21. But you are an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, that's why they ask, are you 18 and over?
Legally.
Yeah, legally, yes. You speaking legally. Right, you're right. 100%.
Not
right,
legally. But also, not mentally depending on the fucking kid. There are some 16-year-old kids who got more
talk about
men.
Some.
I know. But we're also saying can and cannot. And can and cannot does not exist in a situation where there are motherfucking.
But that still don't make
variables.
it right. Even if that 18-year-old is at that 18-year-old is ahead of his time, that still don't make it right for a 57-year-old man to manipulate him.
There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong because technically, if we're talking right or wrong, the only thing that has been labeled as right or wrong is what the law say, and the law doesn't say it's wrong at all.
Nah, it's
so.
not wrong.
So
right.
morally is what you guys are talking about. Morally, how you personally feel about the situation.
See,
that's what you're talking about when you talk about
correct,
right
correct,
or wrong
but,
to whether you should be smashing a young chick or not.
But it's not a right or wrong. It's not a right or wrong though.
I'm saying that I'm not saying that you won't be looked at funny by some motherfuckers. But that doesn't necessarily make it wrong.
And then, okay, now I ain't gonna say not a rebuttal to you, but just rebuttal in general. There's some states where they say 16 is legal.
Yeah, that's wild to
so
me
that
too.
is the
that's
yeah. So
okay,
now
okay.
To that, if a 57, but now to that,
okay,
now to that, if a 57-year-old man was smashing a 16-year-old in that said state, would you say the same thing and say, well, by the law, he's right?
I would say that by the law, he is right. That legally can't be done.
I
would say that. I would say the same exact thing. Legally, it can be done, and I'm against it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not saying you agree with it at
all.
all.
There's a reason why that nigga's not going to jail. I'm not going to put right or wrong on it or anything like that, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Consensual sex is consensual sex, whether you're a dummy or not.
But she's not old enough, so she got
consensual
manipulated.
Sex is consensual sex, whether you're dumb about it or not.
Go ahead.
Let me.
You know what I'm saying? There are people who, as a child, who get raped and they say no, and there are people as a child who goddamn it are getting ready to have sex and they open their legs for it.
Yo, but we always
consensual sex is consensual sex, whether you're dumb about it or not.
All right. I would just want to say that I kind of forgot, but it's like we can't morally. Okay, let's go over. The law is the law, right? Is the law correct? We can't.
Nah, the law said that slavery was legal.
Okay. So if that's the case, you live off character, right? We got what the law is.
Yeah,
we all understand it.
At the expense of character, we live off the law because we
no. Individually, hold on, wait a minute. But you still have within that. You as a human being, as an individual, still have your own character.
Correct.
The law can say whatever the law says, but you, as an individual, have your own character. So if somebody does things, that's their, what they eat don't make us shit, right?
Agreed.
Fact. So, but just because the law says it's okay, it still doesn't validate what's right and wrong to an individual.
And that's
so for you, for instance, you feel as if, which the law says is that as long.
Time out. You're about to do it. You're about to walk out the wrong path.
You just said that.
I said it specifically, and you guys both heard
Go ahead. Say
I
it.
specifically said I might not feel like it's okay, but the law does dictate that it is legal to do so.
Right.
So I said that. Everybody remember that, right?
Yeah, we don't. Okay. Well, minus the law part. Okay. So our argument was
that it was wrong morally.
Yeah, the manipulation thing. Yeah,
and honestly, that's a flip of a coin for me because
I just wanted to put it in our with all of our daughters, right? I just want to put it in that perspective. Our daughters come home and say, "Yo, I met this famous dude, right? He does this, that, and the third. He's always, he's all over TV.
Gotta go.
He's taking me out. We going to Miami this weekend.
It could be Will
or whatever.
Smith.
It could be whoever it is, 50-plus-year-old.
Nah.
The conversation that all of us as fathers in this room is not, is gonna be as if a father speaking.
Yeah, it's not going down.
Right. So what I'm saying is the fact that
if you're underage.
Nah, not underage. I mean, she's 18. Just turned 18.
If you're supporting yourself, you're doing the fuck you want to do.
Nah.
That's the truth. Because at the end of the day, they can do it behind your back.
Facts.
All they want to.
I agree with that.
Like it's not going to happen all you want to.
But are you going to?
All you can do is give that good
advice. That's all you can do. But it's not happening for me. I mean,
I don't think you would have.
It's not happening for me.
If she came to you,
down.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you would be like,
yeah, bring him over.
Go for yours. I think you would tell her,
I tell her straight up that I don't think it's a good idea.
So I can let
but
her know.
I'm not going to tell her that she can't do it.
Gotcha.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. But I want to meet him. Like, he can't take you out of town without me meeting homeboy. And if he can't come meet her, then you can't go. I'm sorry.
But like I said,
Did she come back, ran through, and fucked up? Who's she coming to? something like this, the nigga do choke out, who she coming to? And then who got to go to jail
I
for her?
believe it all depends on the situation. Because I'm telling you right now.
Because I'm going.
I'm gonna tell you right now, all that child shit, it all depends on the child too. Yeah. Because when you 14 years old and you murder a motherfucker, you don't blame somebody else for the motherfucker. You goddamn it murdered that motherfucker. Right. So goddamn it, why is it somebody else's fault when the bitch is goddamn it opening the legs? No,
God, I'm about to ask a dark question.
You goddamn it, no, I'm serious.
I know we gotta end
need
it.
to aluminum foil this shit up.
Yeah,
So
I know we gotta end it.
God damn.
But this is why I say these roads are dangerous for as far as being manipulated, because that's why I said about to go down the dark road. Imagine your son or daughter getting introduced to coke or any other type of dark drug from an older individual. That's manipulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know shit about this shit. You took them out.
It's not necessarily manipulation. That's
That
goddamn
was
being
the 70s.
green sometimes. It's being green and it's goddamn it having no willpower because you went to
Green?
school, you knew what the fuck Just Say No was, you knew all this shit, and that
Yo,
coke was put
bro,
in your fucking face, and you decided to snort it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it was
It's hard.
manipulated would be if somebody snuck it into you.
Nah.
That's manipulation. That
Nah.
would be if somebody said, hey man, this is sugar, have some.
That's not true.
manipulation
Manipulation
is
can still be
presenting-
words for something. If you don't know about something,
I
and
think-
I tell
I
you
think
this
what-
is
I
the
think-
best shit. This
I
is
think-
what you
right,
need to relax you.
presentation.
I know you a little uneasy right now. But look, I just took some. Go ahead, we can relax. We're gonna be here all weekend.
Yeah,
Yo, we're
that's
gonna
called
go.
having a lack of accountability for having no
I mean-
willpower and following somebody else.
I mean,
that's
but
exactly
what?
what that's called.
Yes, but
that's not
Nah,
manipulation.
he's right. But even though, no matter what it's called, it's still a form of manipulation, bro.
Manipulation.
How did I trick you into this?
Because you're
So
presenting.
what's the
Manipulation is to
definition
trick
of
somebody, right?
no? What's the definition of
You're-
manipulation?
You're presenting something harmful,
Define manipulation.
but you're making it sound good.
Manipulation is a type of social influence that aims to change the behavior or perceptions of others through indirect, deceptive, or underhanded tactics. Often, the manipulator's intent is to serve their own interests, frequently at the
That's
expense
manipulation.
of the other person. It can involve exploiting vulnerabilities, using emotional appeals, or distorting information to gain control or achieve a specific outcome.
Okay.
That's included in manipulation, bro.
So guess what?
What?
Here's this is what I believe.
Yeah.
This is my personal belief.
Yeah.
Especially somebody who's of sound mind, even a teenager who has been in school and who is aware of the whereabouts of drugs.
Yeah.
Once that shit is placed in front of you, that is on you.
It is.
It's your accountability. Nobody manipulated you into
But
doing
it's
that.
hard.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody tricked you into doing it. Like you decided to do it because
We don't know
you
that.
wanted to. No, because you wanted to not be the odd person out.
No,
Because
they
you
made
didn't-
it. They made it sound cool. They made it
Right.
sound like it
Everybody's
was something
doing
that
it. We're
wasn't
going
harmful.
out. See, we're not talking about us. We're talking
Exactly.
about
They was gonna
we're
turn
talking
it
about
to
a
junkie.
19-year-old girl hanging out with famous 52-year-old people.
Imagine how easy it was for us at 19 to manipulate these girls that we was fucking with back then.
Just to hit the blunt and it comes suck.
So a 40, 50-year-old man with some bread?
It's
Guess what?
Hey, come over here and do
Guess
this real
what?
quick.
Right
for me.
off top.
Guess what? That's still just a lack of accountability.
It is, but it's a
It's really a lack
form
of
of.
accountability.
If he get in your
you
baby
chose
girl
these
ear at
things.
18 years old and say, hey, I'm going to fly you to any island, just spin the globe
Man,
and
I'm gonna
pick.
tell you right now.
That's-
When a person get into your child head, that means that you've raised a child who has an airhead
Nah, you
enough
can't
to
say
where
that.
somebody
You
get.
can't
yes,
say that.
yes, you can.
You can
Yes,
because
you can. You
people
don't want to say that, but it's the truth.
I mean,
it's the truth. If
I mean-
you raise somebody who could be manipulated, then that's one thing. If you raise somebody who can see right through bullshit like that,
Bro,
that's
it don't
something
work
different.
like that, bro.
Yes, it does.
Like,
for
bro,
certain people, it do.
I mean, yeah, exactly. For
It's like-
certain,
it's like
you
for certain
see,
people,
you,
certain
said,
people.
you just said it
Right.
for certain. So for the others,
So for the
they're
others,
being manipulated, bro.
They're not being manipulated. They're going through the same thing that those same certain people are going through. It's not. It's
I think
they're just a lacking accountability.
I mean,
their lack of willpower.
How many? But everybody lacks accountability in something or some form.
Exactly. So nobody manipulated it into doing that. That's
It doesn't
a you
mean
thing.
no. Yes, it is, but it doesn't mean just because they didn't use accountability doesn't mean they haven't been manipulated.
That's a you thing. If somebody sat
Facts,
here
though.
literally and told you, "Hey, man, guess what? It's a cool thing to jump off the motherfucking
Yo, you
mountain."
ever heard of peer
and
pressure?
if you don't decide to jump off the mountain, you're not cool.
But see,
That's
you
you.
are not manipulated into jumping
But you're
off
not
the fucking
factoring
mountain.
in the age
You took
difference. You're
accountability of the. You need to take accountability
Right.
of the fact that you wanted to be in with this crowd, you wanted to be cool, and you wanted to feel like you was a part of something.
A child's
and that's
not ready
why
to
you
make
ended up doing
yes.
this shit.
So
You
she
weren't
needs
manipulated.
but she needs to take accountability. But she's not old enough. Accountability does not come I'm still not accountable for the thing. Like, we're in this. Bro, come on now. I understand proving a point, but accountability at a certain age, you're not, like we're talking about on this podcast, how there are women who's still not accountable at the age of 45 and 50. Right. Accountability is still an individual thing as well.
That's true.
Some people can't deal with accountability.
That's true, but that doesn't mean that. But because people can't deal with their own personal accountability, doesn't mean that whenever something happens to them, they're being manipulated.
I didn't say every time. I just said in a situation when a 52-year-old specifically, it has a 52-year-old has the knowledge, like Z was saying, like we already find ways to manipulate girls to do things that we don't want them to do. That does not stop. That does not stop. So the older men find it easier. You said this yourself. What does finding it easier means? It's less effort.
How is that any different than rape then? Grape. How is that any different than grape then?
It's not because you didn't. Because they're saying yes at that point.
No, because
that's still a manipulation.
Doing something that you want to do.
That's still manipulation.
Having sex. How is that not grape?
It's still manipulation. It's a form of it.
So what you're saying is that when people manipulate women, when people manipulate women and tell them lies under false pretenses just to get sex, that they're raping somebody?
No.
That's a manipulation.
Bro, it's levels of manipulation, though. It's levels of it. It's not a grape. I mean, a grape is physically
taking
you're talking about mental and physical. That's great.
Right.
Grape, we're talking about, all we're saying is older men prey on younger.
But is there not mental raping also? There's also.
I don't know, but I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Well, let me explain to you. Mental raping is when you are making a chick in a sense feel like, according to them, that they have to have sex consensually or something's going to be wrong.
How many convictions of mental, like we talk about rare, bro.
It happens all the time.
I've never heard, really. If it happens, it happens. But we getting off the truth of the matter that older men prefer younger women because it's easier to manipulate them, bro. It's easier to persuade them. Let me change the word then. To persuade them. To make them come home with us, to make them do what we want to do. Right. So that's why.
Now it's acceptable. You say, oh yeah.
So because manipulator is a strong word for that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's still
that's not what it is.
Yo, we looked at the definition. That's exactly what it said, bro. That's what it said in the definition.
Because I feel like it's no different from us what we did back when we was all the same age. Fucking these 19-year-olds because we was 19. We was manipulating them into getting the pussy. So now, like Jimmy said, it's no different than a 57-year-old man bagging the 19, for whatever reason, coming across a 19-year-old path.
And guess what?
And using those same
back
tactics.
Then, and even to this day, that chick was responsible for herself being manipulated.
Accountable. She was accountable for her being manipulated. They could both coexist is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying they could both coexist. That's all
he
we're
could
saying.
be wrong for taking advantage of her.
And she still needs to be accountable for her actions.
Taking advantage is one thing, but manipulation, that involves trickery.
We literally heard the definition.
I know, and define trickery is the very same exact thing.
I mean,
where the trickery comes in.
Buy you a big house, a new car, fancy this.
They just straight up trick on them.
You know what I'm saying?
At that point, you need to go ahead.
Saying that.
Yeah, at that point, you need to take accountability for being a dumbass.
Facts.
But this is where I say it's different because, to make, for example, like if you were just fucking all these bitches in the hood or whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden, fucking Nia Long comes along and she's flying you out here, and you 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? She flying you here, flying you there. She bought you this fly ass whip you coming through in the hood, and then she, you know what I'm saying? My bad. And then she's all of a sudden you married to her. You know what I'm saying? She done manipulated you. She know you young enough to fall for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like an older nigga wouldn't have fell for that, but she know you young, impressionable, like you said earlier. So, you know, when you flip it to a woman, it's kind of the same thing. Like,
that doesn't seem like a manipulation to me. That just seems like she just bought herself a husband.
But she she manipulated you.
But I willingly, you know what I'm saying, with a full mind know that, hey, this is a rich life over here. Let me go ahead and...
Would you have let a young girl do it to you?
Huh?
Would you have let a young girl do it to you?
Did she have the same money as Nia Long?
Nah, she was just able to... No, but she still bought you a car. She still did all of this shit. So what I'm saying is,
right bitch is just yeah.
All right, so see now, so now this older man may not have near long money, but older men are more established in life. My kids are grown, they out the way. All this bread I'm bringing in, I'm tricking. So now he's in a position to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in a position to pay your rent. He's in a position, that's a form of manipulation, like you're saying, but it's also
a form of prostitution.
Taking advantage because he know he can't go to the 35-year-old woman and do that already got her own. You know what I'm saying? He can't go to the woman that already got her own.
Niggas want it easy, man.
Right. He can go to the 19-year-old that's fresh off the porch that already got her, and they ain't got shit.
Well, some people have to.
You got to watch your daughters.
Some people have to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody isn't blessed with the same type of talents. Whether it be money, whether it be game, whether it be, you know what I'm saying?
So do you blame the parents? Do the parents that didn't teach them that need to be accountable?
Yeah. I definitely blame parents when a child is not accountable or able to take accountability for their own actions.
But you know what happens at
initially,
the end of the
I blame the parents, but if they're an adult, I blame them. I don't blame
Well, they weren't raised like that. Just because they're adult don't mean they didn't learn it. Just because they got of age, they never was taught it. They never was taught it, so they don't even know to look for that.
It's not about whose fault it is. It's about whether it's
what you mean?
It's about whether it's a factor or not. Like no one's saying that it's not their fault that they're not accountable. I'm not saying that it is or isn't the fact they're accountable. I'm saying that the fact remains that they're not taking accountability. That's what I'm saying.
Boy, you just went a complete circle just now. You said, I'm not saying that they're not going to be accountable.
That's not what I just said.
What'd you say, man?
I said...
you just said two. No, you said the same thing.
No, because he said, he was like...
we should do this offline.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah, we about to wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up, y'all.
This is the longest.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
We'll be back.
Deuces.
Same bat time, same bat channel, y'all.
Black love. Black excellence.
Bye-bye. PMP show. Hate to end it so abruptly.
Yeah, because this show would have went on forever.
It's the PMP show.